and welcome to the Class of 2020 virtual commencement ceremony. I'm Prince Ali, and we get to host this thing from the very empty Cirque.
I'm Erica Curtis. Today is May 15th. I'm just kidding. It's December 4th. And we're graduating. So we asked the 2020 graduates what their end of senior year and the last few months have looked like. Here's some things that they said. Oh, thanks.
Watching the once lively campus transform into the set of an old Western movie where tumbleweed passed by and even the squirrels were MIA.
The indefinite feeling of being a test dummy. We were the first that had to deal with these changes and the first that had to make most changes happen.
I actually read my textbooks, LOL, because I had time. That's a lie. Nobody reads textbooks.
It was like waiting in line for 3 years, getting on a roller coaster, then having it break down in the middle. And you have to get out and walk back to your car because the park closed.
Being a senior in 2020 has been a series of unexpected events. 2020 has made me appreciate what was and what will be.
Don't move that mouse. We'll be right back after this message.
To the SUNY Brockport class of 2020, we've all been waiting for this day. Each of you have taken different paths, but they've all led us here.
For some, your families have thought about this since the day you started kindergarten.
For others, you've chased this dream on your own.
We have first-generation students and students who come from a long line of Brockport alumni.
It feels like yesterday we were taking college tours.
And then you decided Brockport became your new home.
You invested in yourself when you applied to Brockport. And in return, we promise to support you throughout your journey.
We believe that this degree, paired with your talents, work ethic, and resilience, make you a great benefit to our world.
As seniors, we celebrate our best friends.
And say thanks to the professors that pushed us and to the ones that gave us a break when we needed it.
Thank you to our support systems that kept us going.
To the psychology tutors who helped me succeed.
I'm also thankful for the African and African American Studies Department and the Journalism and Broadcasting Department.
And a big shout out to my friends from Dobson Hall our freshman year. You all have turned into family and always will be my family.
To the faculty and staff that made us feel like more than students.
Thank you to Diane from Brockway.
And thank you to the squirrels for always keeping us entertained on campus.
I'll look fondly on every hot dog day, Eagle Day.
We'll never forget about those chicken finger subs from Trax or those late night runs to Jimmy Z's.
And I am personally thankful to never have to fight over a parking spot on campus again.
I'd like to thank Brockport for giving me a home for the last 4 years.
As the class of 2020, we will always bleed green and gold.
You know, because it took a while and we've had so much free time on our hands, our classes found so many other things to do in their free time. We had students start budgeting, or others learn how to cook foods other than cereal and pasta. One person learned how to make hummus and falafel. My mama makes it the best.
I think quarantine taught us all some lessons, like do what makes you happy, and time is precious, and when you think you have everything figured out, sometimes a global pandemic sweeps through and just knocks you off your feet. So let's see what the other alumni from 2020 had to say.
The only way to get through the hard things is to laugh. Yeah.
I learned how to use the most important tool in this new virtual world, the almighty Zoom.
Get out of bed. There's a 5 million% chance you'll fall asleep if you stay cozy. Yeah, I could stand by that one.
Stock up on everything you need, especially toilet paper, paper towels, Lysol, and Clorox wipes. I still don't even think you can buy those right now.
And now, it's my honor to introduce our SUNY Brockport president, Dr. Heidi McPherson.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You have achieved a tremendous amount during your time with us, and I am so glad we have an opportunity to celebrate your achievements with you. I only wish we could do so in person. But we are here with you in spirit today, and we recognize that your steadfast focus on your goals ensured that you are able to celebrate your commencement, your new beginning, today. Cast your mind back to your academic convocation when you first joined the Brockport community. I gave you some advice from the movies to start your academic journey. Not Not all of you are on the same path or started at Brockport in the same year, so I can't guarantee that the advice I offered to your convocation is the advice I will repeat today. But as I looked back on the advice given in the fall of 2016, it still feels relevant. It comes from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The belonging you seek is not behind you, it is ahead. You now belong to a proud alumni network, and ahead of you are so many opportunities to contribute your talent, energies, and expertise to the world, to build meaningful lives and vibrant communities. Despite the pandemic and the unexpected move to remote learning this past spring, you persevered and got your degree. Congratulations. There are many people watching this ceremony. Some, like your family, may be with you in person, and I want to extend my thanks to them for the trust and energy they offered to you during your academic career. I want to thank your friends for their support of you. The people we meet in college often become our lifelong support network, and I hope that this is true for you. Finally, I want to thank the Brockport faculty and staff, many of whom are watching remotely, for their guidance and support of your academic endeavors. I know they take seriously our Brockport promise to engage our students each day in cultivating your capacity for intellectual, physical, and creative accomplishment. One of my favorite roles as a college president is to tell the stories of our alumni, their achievements, their breakthroughs, their good news events. So please stay connected with us. You are now a Brockport alum, and I look forward to telling your story in the years to come. Congratulations again. It has been an honor to serve as your president.
Thanks, President McPherson. When reflecting on my own experiences at Brockport, I had a lot of fun here. I worked really hard, I made a lot of really great friends, and I had so many amazing opportunities. So there's a lot that I miss about Brockport.
Honestly, after listening to all that, all I could think about is the anxiety and the stress of moving in freshman year in comparison to the anxieties and stress of the real world now, and it makes me appreciate what once was. I guess now, at this point, I might as well just read some cards off about what people miss from Brockport.
Turns out, what I really miss is that nice 30-minute drive to campus with music pumping.
I can't live without the French vanilla cappuccinos from the square. Can I buy that cappuccino maker? Honestly, you could probably find it on eBay or Amazon. I got Amazon Prime if you need it. Hit me up.
The Red Jug and Red Jug t-shirts. I miss it so much that we had themed dinner nights and made our own shirts.
I miss getting UP called on me in the athletic training room every finals week because I was there studying at 1 a.m. He was always really nice about it. What?
I miss all of my amazing professors. Just as challenging as it was for us, they stood strong and helped us. They did their best and beyond. I'm forever Brockport strong. Now at this time, if you have your graduation cap with you, wherever you are,
it is our honor to lead you in a tangible gesture, which symbolizes your passage from the status of undergrads to the ranks of graduates and alumni of SUNY Brockport. Please move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left. Congratulations and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Before we start with names, if you don't want to watch the whole ceremony, you can skip through the virtual ceremony and find a specific graduate by clicking the link below and following the instructions.
On behalf of the students, we would like to say thank you to the Brockport faculty and staff, and to each family member and friend that supported 2020 graduates along the way.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the SUNY Brockport virtual commencement ceremony.
Kenji Anderson Abad, B.S. Computer Science. Brianna Lynn Abbey, B.S. Criminal Justice Sociology. Ashley R. Abbott, B.S. Criminal Justice. Ethan S. Abdul Qadir, B.S. Communications Social Work. Kevin Sidney Abel, B.S. English. Lexi Marie Abernathy, B.S. Accounting. Tek Acharya, B.S. Business Administration.
My name is Tek Acharya. I'm so proud of what I have achieved, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you very much.
Sophie Grace Adam, B.S. Psychology, magna cum laude. Ashley Renee Adams, B.S. Business Administration. Yetunde Juliana Adebogun Awopetu, B.S. Criminal Justice. Annabelle Adjei, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Gideon Aduse, B.S. Psychology. Xavier Agosto, B.S. Kinesiology. Jillian Sophia Agro, B.S. in Nursing. Luis Alberto Aguilar, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Maria Aguilar, B.S. Communications. Jordan Austin Aitken, B.S. Criminal Justice. Frances Owoduni Ajayi, B.S. in Nursing. Sam Akin, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Matthew John Accuse, B.S. History. Khadija Albaram Musid Albaram, B.S. Health Science. Bella Cristina Aldaco, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. Renee Aaron Alexander, B.S. in Nursing. Stephanie O. Alexis, B.S. Psychology. Sama A. Alhiari, B.S. Health Science. Tyler John Allard, B.S. International Business and Economics. Miranda Rose Allen, B.S. Mathematics, cum laude. Savannah Grace Allen, B.S. History, summa cum laude. Christopher T. Alley, B.S. Psychology. Ahad A. Almansud, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Tiana Kiera Alston, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Gideon Ya Adu Amankwa, B.S. Sport Management. Patricia Helen Anders, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. Brian Austin Anderson, B.S. Business Administration Marketing. Danielle Taylor Anderson, B.S. Psychology. Deshayla Lee Anderson, B.S. Business Administration. Kristen Ann Anderson, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Rasso Lee Anderson, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Kayla Jean Andrews, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Lauren T. Andrews, B.S. Social Work. Makala Joe Andrews, B.S. Exercise Science. Xavier T. Andrews, B.S. Business Administration. Noah Henry Andriich, B.S. Finance. Tyra Michelle Andrus, B.S. Psychology. Yana Andrushenko, B.S. in Nursing. Desiree Nishay Ange, B.S. Business Administration. Samuel Aaron Angelo, B.S. Business Administration. Joseph Anthony Anayas, B.S. Political Science, cum laude. Carolyn Antonini, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. William Appending Buafo, B.S. Health Science. Anthony Aponte, B.S. Computer Science, magna cum laude.
Well, I did it. I graduated from college. All I can say, surviving 2020, worth it.
Angelina Elaine Appleby, B.S. History. Lydia Elizabeth Aquina, B.S. Criminal Justice. Christina Ardeline, B.S. Psychology, summa cum laude. Panagiotis Argytis, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Jessica Ann Arnone, B.S. Biology. Hannah Rose Arp, B.S. Sociology. Casey Mara Arthur, B.A. International Studies. William Michael Artigue, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Zachary M. Artley, B.S. Business Administration. Paul Ryan Arts, B.S. Business Administration. Ariel Elizabeth Ashton, B.S. Communications. Kari M. Ashworth, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, Sociology, summa cum laude. Angel Sue Atkins, B.S. Health Science. Christopher Atkinson, B.S. Sport Management. Makiba Augustine Andrew, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Richard Carlton Augustus, B.S. History. Allison Marie Avery, B.S. Marketing. Autumn Lee Amanda Avery, B.S. Art. Kilauren Rose Avery Guthrie, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. Anthony Aviles, B.S. English. Daniel Ayala, B.S. Computer Science. Lillian Enid Ayala, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Samantha Bazzi, B.S. Sociology. Joshua Irvin Babb, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Galina Babchuk, B.S. in Nursing. Dylan J. Bachek, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Brent William Bachman, B.S. Psychology, magna cum laude. Dylan Jacob Bader, B.S. Biology. Jenna Michelle Baer, B.S. Biology, magna cum laude. Crystal Jean-Marie Bagata, B.S. in Nursing. Ryan Michael Bagley, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Brianna Baer, B.S. Accounting. Mariah Bailey, B.S. in Nursing. Derek Anthony Bain, B.S. Mathematics. Rochelle Danielle Bairasi, B.S. Psychology. Jordan Elise Baker, B.S. English. Courtney Ann Baker, B.S. Biology, Spanish, summa cum laude. Rashad Baker, B.S. Sport Management. Samara Dominique Baker, B.S. Health Science. Jana Victoria Baker, B.S. Computer Science. Savannah D. Balch, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Shantice Balcom, B.S. Women and Gender Studies. Lindsay Elizabeth Ball, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Brandon Richard Balzano, B.S. Business Administration. Diane Onyemechi Baptiste, B.S. in Nursing. Desiree Alyssa Barber, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Rochelle Elizabeth Barbas, B.S. in Nursing. Sabrina Barboza, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. William Anthony Barboza, B.S. Geology. Luca Bargelli, B.S. English. Ryan McKenzie Barnes, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Jasmine Ashley Barnett, B.S. Social Work, magna cum laude. William Jeffrey Barr, B.S. History. Joshua Adam Barrow, B.S. Accounting. Peyton Madeline Barris, B.A. English. Paul Alexander Barsamian, B.S. Criminal Justice. Bridget Bartholomew, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Owen Michael Bashir, B.S. History. Alicia Basnett, B.S. Computer Science. Carly Sophie Basso, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Maria Ursula Batolia, B.S. Accounting, summa cum laude. Conger Batogtok, B.S. Computer Science. Shawanda Nicole Batzing, B.S. Health Science. Carl Richard Bowder, B.S. Marketing. Chelsea Elizabeth Bald, B.S. Psychology. Joseph R. Baum, B.S. Mathematics, summa cum laude. Deja Levette Baxter, B.S. Finance. Sarah Elizabeth Bain, B.S. in Nursing. Levi J. Bayes, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, Jake and Luke, for all the support and love through the years.
Jack Wesley Beedling, B.S. Art cum laude. Caitlin Patricia Bean, B.S. Marketing. Giovanna S. Beard, B.S. African and African American Studies. Grace Ellen Beardsley, B.S. Kinesiology. Sharika Nicole Buford Watts, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Mary Victoria Beavers, B.A. International Studies, Political Science, magna cum laude. Emily Marie Becker, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Austin Jamal Becker Harris, B.S. Criminal Justice. Kiara T. Belliard, B.S. Philosophy, magna cum laude. Jennifer M. Benchy, B.S. in Nursing. Kristen Nicole Benjamin, B.S. Social Work. Tyler Thomas Benjamin, B.S. History. Cameron Tyler Benage, B.S. Mathematics, magna cum laude. Amber Elise Bennett, B.S. Communications, Political Science. Jillian Page Bennett, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology, magna cum laude. Quinn Bennett, B.S. Biology. Cole Anthony Binion, B.S. Psychology. Maggie E. Benson, B.S. English Journalism and Broadcasting. Amanda Danielle Berg, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Isadora M. Berger, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Kristen R. Bergeron, B.S. in Nursing. Tanner John Berglund, B.S. Criminal Justice, Sociology. Claudia Ajamang Burko, B.S. Health Science. Abby Olivia Barrell, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Jonathan Alex Bernhardt, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Abrielle Nicole Berninger, B.S. in Nursing. Sarah Jane Berry, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Mackenzie Berube, B.S. Accounting, magna cum laude. Morgan Catherine Besner, B.S. History. Samantha Bickford, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, magna cum laude. David Andrew Bierbrower, B.S. Computer Science. Hannah Mae Belo, BS Accounting. Matthew David Bishop, BS Computer Science. Paul Joseph Bishop, BS Social Work, cum laude. Megan Victoria Blackburn, BS Psychology. Kadeem Anthony Blackman, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Abigail Blair, BS English. Joshua William Blasey, BS Biology, summa cum laude. Eric Frederick Blount, BS Criminal Justice. Adelaide Aso Boateng, BS Sociology. Taylor Bach, BS English, summa cum laude. Emily Marie Boudicca, BS Health Science, cum laude. Shannon Mae Bolin, BS Psychology, cum laude. Samantha Kate Burling, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Calvin Jeffrey Boyley, BS English. Joseph M. Bonassi, BS Criminal Justice. Christina Carmela Bonfiglio, BS Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. Kelly S. Bonner Ellis, BS African and African American Studies, Health Science. Asia M. Bonnick, BS Business Administration, cum laude. Barton Richard Bookmiller, BS Criminal Justice, cum laude. Dylan Jacob Boone, BS Exercise Science. Shaniqua R. Boos, BS Business Administration, cum laude. Matthew Borelli, BS Biology. Michael Allen Barino, BS Communications. Alexis Bott, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Jacob Louis Bourguin, BS Computer Science, cum laude. Marie Berthina Boutin, BS Psychology. Erin Elizabeth Boovy Reichard, BSN Nursing. Casey Jane Bauer, BS Biochemistry, summa cum laude. Emily J. Bauer, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Bridget Elaine Bowles, BSN Nursing. Kenneth George Vincent Bound, BS Psychology. Kyle Robert Boyd, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Sheena Shanice Bosman, BSN Nursing. Samantha Lee Bragg, BS English, summa cum laude. Deborah Ann Bragg, BS Art, summa cum laude. Peter Frederick Brand, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. David Alexander Brannigan, BS African and African American Studies. Megan Ann Braun, BSN Nursing. Ryan Braun, BS Computer Science. Jesse Crawford Breedlove, BS African and African American Studies. Amber Tierra Nicole Breedy, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Darren Thomas Breen, BS Kinesiology. Gabriel Francis Brett, BS Earth Science. Cassie Powell Brew, BS English. Jordan Mary Bridge, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. Mary Gilletta Briggs, BSN Nursing. Melissa Jo Brigham, BSN Nursing. Anna Maynard Bright, BS Communications, magna cum laude. Irene E. Brem, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, Theater, summa cum laude. Star Destiny Brito, B.S. Psychology. Brianna Christine Brizuela, B.S.N. Nursing. Rihanna Elizabeth Brody, B.S.N. Nursing. Mary Ellen Brockway, B.S. English, magna cum laude. Michelle Marie Broderick, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Kimberly Brodsky, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Jacob Bromsey, B.S. Business Administration, Finance, magna cum laude. James Jacob Brophy, B.S. Exercise Science, cum laude. Anthony Brott, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Haley Rose Brown, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Jeanette Brown, B.S. Art. Jessie Amber Brown, B.S. Biochemistry. Justice Brown, B.S. Computer Science. Caitlin Brown, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology, magna cum laude. Rachel Catherine Brown, B.S. Psychology. Sarah Abigail Brown, B.S. Biology. Shiris Perlasia Brown, B.S. Criminal Justice. Tyler Joe Brown, B.S. Sport Management, magna cum laude. Richard Jackson Brown, B.S. Sport Management. Jennifer Lee Brozost, B.S. Accounting, Finance. Haley Brucato, B.S. Exercise Science. Andre F. Brunette, B.S. Earth Science. Jessica Nicole Brunette, B.S. Sociology, magna cum laude. Holly O'Claire Buchery, B.S. Sport Management. Savannah Bell Buholtz, B.S. Sociology. Sapphire S. Buckner, B.S. Psychology. Tori Ann Budd, B.S. Social Work. Therese Catherine Butnick, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Anna Noel Bueller, B.S. History. Hannah R. Bueller, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Zoe A. Bundy, B.S. Social Work. John Buonajurio, B.S. Meteorology, cum laude. Ashley Sanders Birch, B.S. Business Administration, magna cum laude. Caitlin Rebecca Burdick, B.S. Criminal Justice, Sociology. Emily Rose Berger, B.S. English. Anna K. Bergen, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Catherine E. Bergio, B.S. Psychology. Verona Vera Agatha Burke. Brittany Burke, B.S. in Nursing. Ian Burke, B.S. History. Callie Ray Burnell, B.S. Chemistry, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Burns, B.S. in Nursing. Katara Brittany Burrows, B.S. Health Science. Devin Burrows, B.S. Exercise Science. Sarah Butkos, B.S. English, cum laude. Miranda Lee Butler, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Ashley Buttman, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Stephanie Janine Burns, B.S. Kinesiology. Nina Isabel C. Kabahug, BSN Nursing, magna cum laude. Eric John Cabrera, BS Health Science. Julio Caceres Isabel, BS Marketing. Courtney A. Cahoon, BFA Art, summa cum laude. Lindsay Marie Caifano, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Brendan David Cairns, BS Criminal Justice. Eliana Calderon, BS Health Science. Lydia Joy Calderon Bront, BS Social Work, cum laude. Mia Callahan, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Emma Elizabeth Callahan Britton, BS Healthcare Administration. Joseph Michael Callery, BS Business Administration, magna cum laude. Miranda Carice Camelio, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Stephanie Marie Campagna, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Moises Campos, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Jade Hunter Cancel, BS Communications, magna cum laude. Genesis Candelario, BS Public Health Education, cum laude. Madeline Jean Cannon, BS Health Science. Roberta Cannon, BS Healthcare Administration. Joseph J. Cantatora, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, summa cum laude. Allison Capon, BS Business Administration. Samantha Marie Carbone, BS Psychology. Melanie Lynn Cardillo, BS Communications. Nicole Catherine Cardone, BS Psychology. Erica Dina Carlson, BS Health Science. Haley Elizabeth Carlson, BS Water Resources. Molly Page Carlson, BS Earth Science, summa cum laude. Victoria Marie Carlucci, BS Kinesiology. Alexa Catherine Carmichael, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Joseph Thomas Carone, BS Criminal Justice. Thomas Carrieri, BS Marketing. Peyton Shannon Carroll, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Melissa Ann Carson, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Rochelle Ann Carson, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Kelly Jean Catherine Carter, BS in Nursing. Tracy Renee Cartwright, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Zachary Michael Flannery Case, BS Biology, cum laude. Allison Christina Casertino, BS Sociology. Sabrina Castillo, BS Public Health Education. Tyler Joseph Catanesi, BS Art. Janisha Sarah Catherine, BS Psychology. Jordan Christopher Champion Quarles, BSN Nursing. Elizabeth Odell Champlin, BS Social Work, magna cum laude. Michael R. Champlin, BS Mathematics. Ian Michael Sharris, BS Computer Information Systems. Channel B. Charles, BS Kinesiology. Abby Nicole Cheney, BS Health Science. John Stephen Sherwanick, BS Business Administration. Jody Ann Ashley Chin, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Ryan James Chisholm, BS Business Administration. Corey R. Shaburka, BS Sport Management. Haley Christine Christensen, BS in Nursing. Hobson Haynes Christian, BS History, magna cum laude. Sierra Rose Chudy, BS Sociology, magna cum laude. Ludmila Chistuka, BS International Business and Economics, cum laude. Benjamin James Ciaio, BS Marketing. Brittany C. Ciotti, BS Business Administration. Joseph John Sirani, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Megan Cerula, BS in Nursing. Sarah Ann Clazen, BS Sociology. David J. Clark, BS Kinesiology. Dominic Philip Clark, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Jillian Nicole Clifford, BS Accounting. Michael R. Klein, BS in Nursing. Sean Robert Clouden, BS Business Administration, Finance, cum laude. Cindy M. Clow, BS in Nursing. Imani Monet Coxum, BS African and African American Studies, Journalism and Broadcasting. Nolan Joseph Coble, BS Mathematics, Physics, summa cum laude. Haley Kogovan, BS Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, summa cum laude. Gabriel David Cole, BS Biology. Jennifer Aaron Cole, BS in Nursing. Dylan Matthew Collins, BS Finance. Tyler Collins, BS Sport Management, cum laude. Nicholas Anthony Colucci, BS Health Science. Alexis J. Combs, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Cody Christopher Compton, BS Biology. Noel Washington Conderman, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Alyssa Ashton Conover, BS in Nursing. Jillian Catherine Cornelio, BS Kinesiology. Alexis Sayin Coningsby, BS Athletic Training, Kinesiology, cum laude. Tyler Conklin, BS Kinesiology. Emily Morgan Kahn, BFA Clam and Dance, BS Communications, summa cum laude. Troy Michael Connor, BS Geology. Samantha Joelle Connery, BS Exercise Science. Courtney Lynn Connors, BS in Nursing. Sean Connors, BS Business Administration. Courtney Quinn Conover, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Jeffrey Stephen Constantino, BS Earth Science. Michaela Eve Contreras, BS Health Science. Emily Catherine Cook, BS Psychology, magna cum laude. Emma Ray Cook, BS Communications, summa cum laude. Susan Marie Cooley, BS Social Work, cum laude. Anne Elizabeth Kuhn, BS Business Administration, Psychology. Nicholas Cooper, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Zachary Charles Cooper, BA English. Mariah Mackenzie Corbett, BS Biology. Kenneth Cordero, B.S. Criminal Justice, Kinesiology. Manuel Corona, B.S. Athletic Training. Emily Marie Corpin, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Joshua Michael Cosgrove, B.S. Criminal Justice. Tequila Colton, B.S. Health Science. Jill Marissa Countess, B.S. Psychology. Heather Marie Countryman, B.S. Finance. Katie Ann Courtney, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Allie Renee Cowie, B.S. Psychology. Juliana Nicole Kozo, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Christopher K. Kramer, BSN Nursing. Eliza Crane, B.S. Water Resources, magna cum laude. Taylor Lee Kratsley, B.S. Public Health Education. Jessica Lee Craven, B.S. Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Shauna Lynn Nadine Crawford, B.S. Psychology. James Henry Crichton, B.S. Exercise Science. Gina Marie Cristani, B.S. Mathematics. Vincent S. Croce, B.S. Computer Information Systems. Joseph William Cronin, B.S. Accounting, magna cum laude. Marissa Kronk, BSN Nursing, summa cum laude. Dana L. Croswell, BSN Nursing. Carl Willis Crow, B.S. Business Administration. Mackenzie Hart Colhane, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Megan Lynn Cullen, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Sean Patrick Cummings, B.S. Computer Information Systems. Nicole Kniff, B.S. Exercise Physiology. Marquita D. Curry, B.S. Health Science. Erica Shea Curtis, B.S. History, Journalism, and Broadcasting, summa cum laude. Nicole Jenna Curtis, B.S. Business Administration. Morgan Leanne Cusson, B.S. English. Lexi Ann Cutmore, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, magna cum laude. Martin J. Chakala, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting.
I want to give a big thanks to my parents and professors for their support these past 2 years. Gonna miss all my friends, all my classmates. Brockport's a great college. I loved it all the way. Graduated, yay!
Tariq Khalid Dabash, B.S. Kinesiology. Matthew J. DeBella, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Danielle Marie D'Agostino, B.S. Anthropology, magna cum laude. Om Nath Dahal, B.S. Social Work. Maria Nabil Daher, B.S. Mathematics. Dylan Patrick Daler, B.S. Sociology. Cassie Lynn Daines, B.S. Health Science. Joshua Ryan Daka, B.S. Psychology. Marcus Aaron D'Alfonso, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Tanner Robert Dalton, B.S. Communications. Kevin James Daly, B.S. Criminal Justice. Ronald Thomas Daly, B.S. Kinesiology. Michael Lawrence D'Angelo, B.S. Political Science. Nicole Marie D'Angelo, B.S. English, magna cum laude. Hannah Rose Danielski, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Casey A. Danko, BS Sport Management. Chloe Elizabeth Danvers, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Eddie Singfet Daurong, BS Marketing. Caitlin Marie Dara, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Portia A. Daughtry, BS Health Science. Yassine Dowlet Muhammad, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Kushamba Kandine David, BS English. Sherelle Samaj Davidson, BS Health Science. Zane Davies, BFA Art, cum laude. Andrew John Davis, BS Kinesiology. Anita Chantel Davis, BS English. Aubrey Lynn Davis, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Corey Davis, BS Business Administration, cum laude. Morgan Ann Davis, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Nicole Edna Davis, BS Communications. Tatiana Shanae Davis, BS Psychology. Zaire Davis, BS Mathematics. Eric Dawson, BS Political Science. Christian Delano, BS Computer Information Systems, magna cum laude. Isaac De Leon, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Jonathan William Dean, BA History, Spanish, cum laude. Riley Page DeBellis, BS English. Kyle Michael DeBrine, BS Sport Management. Paula Corinne DiCamillo, BS Psychology. Caitlin Marie Dedrick, BS Psychology, cum laude. Deborah Mary Deegan, BS Health Science. Courtney Elizabeth Deeren, BA English. Seth William Deeren, BS Computer Science. Griffin James Dieter, BS Athletic Training, cum laude. Heather Ann de Hollander, BS Finance. Kobe Jonathan de Jesus, BS Criminal Justice. Emily De La Cruz, BS Health Science. Skylar M. Delamarter, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Alicia C. Delario, BS Healthcare Administration. Eileen Idalier De Leon, BS Social Work. Daniel Robert Del Gazo, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Nicole Lynn Del Mastro, BSN Nursing. Stephanie L. DeLong, BSN Nursing. Antonia Demersman, BS Exercise Science. Caitlin Marie Dimsky, BS Criminal Justice, Political Science, summa cum laude. Lillian Emily Denicky, BS Environmental Science and Ecology, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Lynn Denmark, BS Criminal Justice. Jacob Richard Duran, BS Criminal Justice. Lauren Francis DeRushy, BS Business Administration. Samantha De Ruiz, BS Health Science. Amani Rosemarie DeLande, BS Health Science. Lauren Marie Destro, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Nicholas John DeVries, BS Sport Management. Jonathan Emerson Dewhurst, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Erin Nicole Dye, B.S. in Nursing. Amanda Marie Diaz, B.S. Criminal Justice, Psychology, summa cum laude. Ashley Topaz Diaz, B.S. Biology. Madeline Dibble, B.S. Kinesiology. Samantha Marie DeCanio, B.S. Business Administration. Christopher Michael DeCesare, B.S. Health Science. Alacia S. Dickens, B.S. Psychology. Elizabeth Kate Dickinson, B.S. in Nursing. Olivia June DiDuro, B.S. Sociology. Charlie Hannah Deal, B.S. Business Administration, Finance. Holly Patricia Deal, BFA Dance. Jacqueline Fortunata DiFrancesco, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. Lola M. DeLauro, B.S. in Nursing. Nicholas James Dillenbeck, B.S. Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. David Patrick Dillon, B.S. Accounting. Callum Michael Dills, B.S. Earth Science, cum laude. Nicole Demopoulos, B.S. Criminal Justice, Psychology. Daniel Stephen DiNatale, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Kaylee Nichelle Dingle, B.S. African and African American Studies, Psychology. Sam Jacob DePace, B.S. Finance. Ryan Patrick DePaola, B.S. Mathematics, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth DePiro, B.S. Business Administration. Danielle Nicole Dixon, B.S. in Nursing. Precious Dixon, B.S. Biology. John Doan, B.S. Accounting. Matthew Richard Dobberton, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Catherine T. Donaldson, B.S. Communications. Elizabeth Lauren Donahue, B.S. Psychology. Adam Benjamin Donovan, B.S. English. Cameron S. Doney, B.S. Earth Science, cum laude. Maggie Mae Dorgan, B.S. Psychology. Keegan Douglas, B.S. Criminal Justice. Glenn Michael Dowdle, B.S. History, summa cum laude. Ronald Eugene Downs, B.S. Business Administration. Catherine Ann Drake, B.S. Psychology. Matthew J. Drew, B.S. in Nursing. Sabrina Drouin, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Brianna Maria Drummy, B.S. in Nursing. Samuel Paul Drusbeck, B.S. Political Science. Brianna Nicole Dudley, B.S. Biology, summa cum laude. Stephanie Dudrick, B.S. English. Emma Jo Duffy, B.S. Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Aubrey Lynn Dugo, B.S. Criminal Justice, Psychology. Abigail Marie Dolko, B.S. Public Health Education, summa cum laude. Jedediah Suraj Dumais, B.S. Accounting, cum laude. Cassidy Maria Dunn, B.S. Marketing. Tyler James Dunn, B.S. Kinesiology, magna cum laude. Caitlin Maria Dunning, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Kaylee Elizabeth Durant, B.S. Criminal Justice. Michael Duran, B.S. Business Administration. Jasmine M. Duzel, B.S.N. Nursing. Gavin Matthew Dwyer, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. Haley Marie Dyerland, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Sean Michael Dezak, B.S. Sport Management. Christy Nicole Zakowski, B.S. in Nursing. Kennedy Eager, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Courtney Earl, B.S. Public Health Education, Women and Gender Studies, summa cum laude. Stephanie Marie Amber Eastman, B.S. in Nursing. Joy Ebel, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Eckel, B.S. Biochemistry. Andrew Michael Eckelberger, B.S. Mathematics, Political Science, cum laude. Phoebe Catherine Eckler, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Matthew Lucas Edick, B.S. Criminal Justice. Marissa Elizabeth Ebert, B.S. Kinesiology. Casey Samuel Ike, B.S. Computer Science, summa cum laude. Rebecca Eimers, B.S. Marketing, magna cum laude. Nicole Marie Eldred, B.S. Political Science, cum laude. Aidan Lloyd Eldridge, B.S. Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Holly Simone Ellerby, B.S. Sociology. Paul A. Elliott, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Rachel Ellis, B.S. Health Science. Evan T. Ellison, B.S. Criminal Justice. Ali El Tayeb, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Casey Entz, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Nicole Christine Entz, B.S. Business Administration, cum laude. Samantha Jane Ernest, B.A. International Business and Economics. Cameron Mark Ernstberger, B.S. Accounting. Mikey Espinal, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Catherine Therese Esposito, BFA Dance, B.S. English, summa cum laude. Woody No Etienne, B.S. Athletic Training, magna cum laude. Jacob Thomas Evanek, B.A. History, cum laude. Maria Caitlin Evans, B.S. Health Science. Matthew Ryan Everts, B.S. Health Science, Physical Education, Teacher Education. Griffin David Everly, B.S. History. Erin Beth Fabian, B.S. Business Administration. Christopher Richard Fabrizi, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Janelle Failing, BSN Nursing. Sushu Fang, B.S. Art. Deja Kendra Farley, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Bradley Joseph Farrell, B.S. Criminal Justice. Jacob Farrell, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Cameron Nicole Farrell, B.S. Dance, Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Katrina Grace Farrell, B.S. Psychology. Peter Matthew Farrell, B.S. Political Science, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Farrell, B.S. English. Brittany Lee Fall, B.S. Psychology. Gabriella Starr Fava, BS Health Science. Kirk Benjamin Fay, BS Computer Science. Matthew Thomas Fail, BS Marketing. Kadeem R. Fearon, BS Health Science. Catherine Feathers, BSN Nursing. Jenna Federation, BS Biology. Irene Rose Fedorzuk, BS Business Administration. Elijah M. Felix, BS Communications. Aaron D. Feltz, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. David Bernard Findrich, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Michael Finskin, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Pamela June Fenton, BS Kinesiology. Caleb Ferdilas, BS Sport Management. Sarah Catherine Fernald, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Justin Fernandez, BS Kinesiology. Natalia A. Fernandez, BS Criminal Justice, Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Hannah Ferrara, BS Communications. Jessica Page Fine, BSN Nursing. Salvatore Angelo Finocchiario, BS Political Science. Shannon Marie Finucane, BS Biology. Christopher Jack Fisher, BS Business Administration. Mary Catherine Fish, BFA Dance. Andrew Patrick Fisher, BS Business Administration. Haley Ann Fisher, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Paul David Fisher, BS Accounting, cum laude. Eric Allen Kim Fisk, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Bridget Amber Fittery, BS Athletic Training. Kieran Matthew Fitzgerald, BS Communications. Madeline Abby Flagg, BS Social Work. Daniel Patrick Flanagan, BS Sport Management. Jean-Luc Xavier Fluinor, BSN Nursing. Diamond Nicole Fling, BS English. Olivia Isabella Flink, BS Communications. Jacqueline Michelle Flint, BSN Nursing, magna cum laude. Amanda Florence, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Justin Floor, BS Sport Management. Kyra Folkens, BS Social Work, cum laude. Matthew Edward Foltz, BS Sociology. Ryan Forbes, BS Sport Management. Emily Elizabeth Ford, BS Health Science. Rachel Emma Ford, BS Social Work. Shayla Amelia Forker, BS Criminal Justice. Jennifer Ann Foreman, BS Criminal Justice. Haley Nicole Forche, BA International Studies. Lauren Marie Forsyth, BS Health Science. Mia L. Forsyth, BS Health Science. Ilona Fortuna, BSN Nursing. Zachary A. Fosdick, BS Athletic Training, summa cum laude. Stephen Christopher Fotopoulos, BS Accounting. Timothy Allen Fowler, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Joy Lynn Dominica Fox, BS English, cum laude. Chelsea Jo Frumke, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Amber Angène Francis, BSN Nursing. Claire Ellen Francis, BS Criminal Justice. Renee Lakila Francis, BS Communications, Sociology. Caitlin Marie Franklin, BS English, magna cum laude. Aubrey William Franks, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Javar Lloyd Frater, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Cecil Eugene Frazier, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Michael David Fredette, BS History, magna cum laude. Ryan Freeman, BS Kinesiology. Bryce Warren Frayling, BS Criminal Justice. Megan Lee Frabance, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Paul Andrew Fridman, BS Sport Management, summa cum laude. Noel Fritchie, BS Criminal Justice. Abigail Frangetta, BS Communications, cum laude. Angelica Page Frontini, BS English History. James Aaron Fuentes, BS Anthropology. Sophia Jamie Fugate, BSN Nursing. Hayden N. Fuller, BS Business Administration. Carrie Ann Furness, BS Biology. Megan Lynn Furr, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse, cum laude. Brennan Michael Fusco, BS Criminal Justice. Jake Victor Fusilli, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Margaret Mary Josette Gabalski, BFA Art, summa cum laude. Julianne Melanie Gabriel, BSN Nursing. Laura Rose Gansler, BS Environmental Science and Ecology, magna cum laude. Brian D. Gaffney, BS Sport Management. Sydney Rose Gagna, BS Marketing. Christian Gaik, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Emily M. Gallagher, BS Art. Gideon Galley, BS Theater. Eileen Garcia, BS Kinesiology. Erica Vianney Garcia, BSN Nursing. Joel Jose Garcia, BA International Studies. Andrew Thomas Gardner, BS Accounting, summa cum laude. Claire Bridget Gardner, BSN Nursing. Justin Edward Gardner, BSN Nursing. Chelsea Gary, BS Business Administration. Emily A. Garrett, BSN Nursing, summa cum laude. Colin Payne Garrison, BS Mathematics. Elena Rose Gates, BS Art, cum laude. Bryn Ann Gay, BS Finance, Kinesiology, cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Gaynor, BSN Nursing. Matthew Christian Gabo, BS Psychology. Nicole Renee Geedy, BS Psychology. Stephen Andrew Gaffel, BSN Nursing, summa cum laude. Doc William Gensler, BS Finance. Amanda Marie George, B.S. Psychology. Jared Anthony George, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Taylor N. Gerhardt, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Tina Marie Gerling, B.S. Medical Technology, magna cum laude. Megan Kayla Germano Cummings, B.S. Marketing. Gordon Emily Guestford, BFA Dance. Taylor Christine Giaquinto, B.S. Psychology. Kathleen Loretta Gibbons, B.S. Psychology. Caitlin Marie Gillinger, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology, summa cum laude. Alana Geis Gilson, B.S. Dance Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, cum laude. Brianna Haley Gimbroni, B.S. Nursing. Salvatore James Gingello, B.S. Earth Science. Anita Lynn Giordano, B.S. in Nursing. Christina Garuzzi, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Christopher Robert Garuzzi, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Cameron E. Gitson, B.S. Sport Management. Gianna Marie Judice, B.S. Kinesiology. Crystal Marguerite Giuliano, B.S. Public Health Education. Stephanie Glaza, B.S. Marketing. Robert Nicholas Gloff, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology, summa cum laude. Wen Ying Glover, B.S. Kinesiology. Gina Marie Gonzalez, B.S. Criminal Justice. Samantha Gonzalez, B.S. Health Science, Psychology. Alexis Marie Goodman, B.S. Business Administration, B.S. Marketing. Olivia Angeline Goodwin, B.S.N. Nursing. Sean Henry Gordon, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Christopher Hans Ghosh, B.S.N. Nursing. Selena Marie Goss, B.S. Psychology. Anne Marie Godemeyer, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Catherine M. Godemeyer, B.S. Business Administration. Justin Andrew Goulet, B.S. Computer Science, magna cum laude. Alan R. Goins, B.S. History. Natalie Grace, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Monique A. Grady, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Kathleen Graham, B.S. Computer Science, cum laude. Kaylani Graham, B.S. Communications. Audrey Grace Gramlich, B.S. English. Matthew James Gramlich, B.S. Communications. Markayla Grant, B.S. Biology. Thomas Imani Grant, B.S. Art. Sarah J. Grapenstetter, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Stephen William Gracedonio, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Christine Alice Carrier Gray, B.S. in Nursing. Lateran M. Gray, B.S. in Nursing. Gina Lee Graziani, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Brenna Collette Green, B.S. Psychology. Brenna Collette Green, B.S. Psychology. Honesty Noel Green, B.S. Criminal Justice, Psychology. James Lester Green, B.S. Accounting Finance. Brandon Skip Green, B.S. Medical Technology, cum laude. Jacob Matthew Greenman, B.S. Business Administration. Sky Gregory, B.S. Psychology. Tyler James Gregory, B.S. Sport Management. Deneen Simone Griffin, B.S. History. Catherine Ann Griffin, B.S. in Nursing. Sandra Denise Griffin, B.S. Health Science. Alexis Griffith, B.S. Finance, magna cum laude. Brianna Marie Griffith, B.S. African and African American Studies. Hannah Mae Grime, B.S. in Nursing. Nathaniel Vincent Grimm, B.S. Athletic Training, cum laude. Reiner Grimmy, B.S. African and African American Studies, Criminal Justice, cum laude. Faith L. Greiner, B.S. Criminal Justice, Sociology.
First and foremost, I would like to thank all my professors. I did it! Yes! Class 2020, Masters up next. This one's for you, Dad.
Marissa J. Groom, B.S. Communications. Amanda M. Gropp, B.S. in Nursing. Christopher John Gropp, B.S. in Nursing. Emily M. Gross, B.S. Accounting, Finance, cum laude. Michael Curtis Gross, B.S. Accounting. Elena Lisa Grossman, B.S. Accounting, magna cum laude. Haley Jordan Grover, BFA Art, summa cum laude. Kendall Lee Grover Taylor, B.S. Kinesiology. Haley Beth Gruber, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Melissa M. Grummins, B.S. in Nursing. Anthony N. Guarino, B.S. Political Science. Joseph A. Guarino, B.S. Finance. Amber Lynn Gary, B.S. Health Science. Taylor Lindsay Guerin, B.S. in Nursing. Belinda Gillette Miller, B.S. Health Science. Juan Wang Guo, B.S. Accounting. Rachel Gerjulo, B.S. Biology, cum laude. Kendra Guthrie, B.S. Business Administration. Amanda Guinan, B.S. in Nursing. Jane Elizabeth Hackett, B.S. in Nursing. Alexandra Jean Hafley, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Derek Richard Hagan, B.S. History, magna cum laude. Nathan Hagerman, B.S. Exercise Science. Madeline Louise Haggerty, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Sheffin L. S. Haggins, B.S. Health Science. Yordanos S. Halamariam, B.S. in Nursing. Zachary Kyle Haynes, B.S. Computer Information System. Courtney Hale, B.S. Psychology. Emma Maddock Hale, B.S. Psychology, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my family and friends and my husband Alex for all of their love and support. I can't wait to do all of this again as part of the Accelerated Nursing Class of 2021.
Gillian Rose Hall, B.S. Psychology. Micaiah Elizabeth Rose Hall, B.S. Business Administration, magna cum laude. Stephen J. Hall, B.S. Political Science. Brianna Leanne Holliday, B.S. Psychology. Emily Rosemary Haller, B.S. Marketing. Donald LaRue Hall Turner, B.S. Health Science. Nathan Halter, B.S. Health Science Psychology, summa cum laude. Juan Schick Ham, B.S. Business Administration. Caitlin Hamilton, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Tyler J. Ham, B.S. Business Administration. William Joseph Hammond, B.S. Sport Management. Corey Christopher Hammond, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology, cum laude. Alexandria Taylor Hammonds, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Nicholas Daniel Hans, B.S. Criminal Justice. Haley Ray Hanlon, B.S. Accounting. Alex Hansen, B.S. Spanish. Vanessa Hansen, B.S. in Nursing. Gabriella B. Hansen, B.S. Art. William E. Harbison, B.S. English. Caitlin Rhea Harder, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Cooper Hardiman, B.S. Business Administration. Lauren Catherine Harding, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Jessica Taylor Harsing, B.S. Biology. Madison James Harez Ryan, B.S. Business Administration, Finance, cum laude. Angelique Eve Hargrove, B.S. Kinesiology, Physical Education, Teacher Education. Jillian Brooke Harla, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Jessica Page Harling, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Brendan Francis Harrington, B.S. BUS 2. Michael Robert Harrington, B.S. Criminal Justice Sociology, cum laude. McKenna Harrington, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Alvania Latrice Harris, B.S. in Nursing. Ashley M. Harris, B.S. Criminal Justice. Donald L. Harris, B.S. in Nursing. Evelina T. R. Harris, B.S. in Nursing. Gerald Tyrone Harris, B.S. Business Administration. Evan Andrew Harrison, B.S. in Nursing. Michaela Olivia Hart, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Jacob Alexander Harvey, B.S. Psychology. Amar Yasser Hassan, B.S. Chemistry. Maggie Elizabeth Hastings, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Hunter Thomas Hatton, B.S. Exercise Science. Jacob Hauer, B.S. Kinesiology. Grace Elizabeth Hawes, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Madeline Mary Hawthorne, B.S. Psychology. Jacob Bernard Hayes, B.S. Mathematics, magna cum laude. Wyatt A. Hayes, B.S. Sport Management. Anastasia Antoinette Haynes, B.S. Political Science, Sociology. Michael Hazard, B.S. Finance. Allison Marie Haycock, B.S. Exercise Science, cum laude. Noah Keto Headley, B.S. Computer Science. Matthew J. Hasler, B.S. Psychology. Devin James Hebel, B.S. Kinesiology. James Lucas Heenan, B.S. Computer Science. John Heinlein, B.S. Computer Science. Autumn Rose Hellinger, B.S. Kinesiology. Jason Bradley Hellwig, B.S. Sport Management, magna cum laude. Taylor Jean Helmke, B.S. Business Administration, Marketing. Jillian Rochelle Hellwig, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Allison Ray Hendricks, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Clarissa L. Henry, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Rachel Marie Henry, B.S. Psychology. Richard Henry, B.S. Criminal Justice, Political Science. Robert Todd Henry, B.A. Political Science. Jennifer Rossi Heppinger, B.S.N. Nursing. Connor Richard Herbst, B.S. Psychology. Emily Nellie Herman, B.S. Criminal Justice, Spanish, summa cum laude. Emma Catherine Herman, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Marie Elizabeth Herman, B.S.N. Nursing, magna cum laude. Carly June Herrera, B.S. Health Science, B.S.N. Nursing, cum laude. Douglas A. Herter, B.S.N. Nursing. Tyler Joseph Hevers, B.S. International Business and Economics. Courtney Elaine Hughes, B.S. Sport Management, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Hunter Hibbard, B.S. Criminal Justice. Marisha Nikisha Hibbert, B.S.N. Nursing. Seamus Murphy Hickey, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Ariana Rose Hicks, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Megan Kendall Hill, B.S.N. Nursing. Morgan Nicole Hill, B.S.N. Nursing, summa cum laude. Tierra Hill, B.S. Social Work. Brendan Patrick Hind, B.S.N. Nursing. Haley Mae Hirschman, B.S. Psychology. Jeffrey R. Hobbins, B.S. Business Administration. Carolee Ann Hoke, B.S.N. Nursing. John Thomas Hokemuth, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Horner, B.S. Psychology. Maya Elise Horder, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Shannon Hoffman, B.S.N. Nursing. Justine Grace Hohensee, B.S.N. Nursing, magna cum laude. Tessa Rose Holler, B.S. Psychology. Aja Renee Holloway, B.S. Psychology. Adam Harold Holmes, B.S. Kinesiology, summa cum laude. Juliana Holmes, B.S. Psychology. Saton Finesse Holmes, B.S. Sport Management. Reese Andrew Holt, B.S. Political Science. Justin Michael Holtz, B.S. Finance. May Honey, B.S. Health Science. Rebecca Catherine Hooper, B.A. International Studies, B.S. Political Science, summa cum laude. Justin Hoover, B.S. Kinesiology. Sean Vincent Horan, B.S. Kinesiology. Brian Horn, B.S. Medical Technology, cum laude. Spencer Christopher Horsey, B.S. Communications. Melvin John Horsford, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Simranjit Singh Hoti, B.S. Computer Information Systems. Natalie Houle, B.S. Sport Management. Christian Boris Hungbeji, B.S. Finance. Jordan Perry Daniel House, B.S. Psychology. Daniel Housel, B.S.N. Nursing, cum laude. Daniel Hausman, B.S. Criminal Justice. Robert Howe, B.S. Finance. Riley Curtis Howland, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Allison Berry Hoyer, B.S.N. Nursing. Caitlin Hoyt, B.S. Social Work. Kyle C. Horenko, B.S.N. Nursing. Xingyi Wang, B.S. Business Administration. Daquan Lamar Hubbard, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Christina Jane Huber, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Christine Nicole Huerta, B.S. Accounting, cum laude. Leah Robin Huffman, B.S. Anthropology. Ariana Teresa Hughes, B.S. English.
Finishing my teaching degree has been a dream come true. Thank you to all of my friends and family for their love and support on this journey. Congrats, class of 2020.
Lucas Charles Hull, B.S. Biology, cum laude. Remington James Hullings, B.S. Communications. Peyton Hume, B.S. Kinesiology. Brian Joseph Hummel, B.S. Sport Management. Nolan Patrick Huntley, B.S. Exercise Science. Arnez Husinovic, B.S. Sport Management. Gregory William Husing, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Jack Connor Hutchins, B.S. Health Science. Cordelia Hutter, B.S. Art, cum laude. Daria Lally, B.S.N. Nursing. Christina Inakito, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, magna cum laude. Afuevu Gojin, Avi Ego, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Emily Joan Ignazik, BFA Art.
I want to give a huge thank you to my friends, family, and professors for getting me through the past 4 years. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Taylor N. Ignazik, B.S. Clam. Frank James Eichler, B.S. Business Administration. Christian John Isles, B.S. Computer Science. James Sean Illingworth, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Vincent N. Serrano, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education.
Thank you, Brockport, for allowing me to pursue my physical education degree. I want to thank my mentors, my professors, my teachers, my friends, and most importantly, my family. The N. Serrano family name lives on.
Ryan Colin Ingarosa, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Uchenna Enya, B.S. Psychology. Joseph Louis Ippolito, B.S. in Nursing. Rebecca Jean Ireland, B.S. Accounting, summa cum laude. Kristen Rose Ayupa, BS Health Science. Kyle W. Izzard, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Cassie R. Jackson, BS Biology. Ashley Anuradha Janaran, BS Health Science. Patricia Elizabeth Jarvis, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. Sergina Christie Jean-Baptiste, BS Health Science. Jessica Elaine Jenny, BS Communications. Samantha M. Jewett, BS English cum laude. Lauren Jodish, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Amanda Johnson, BS Health Science. Amanda Catherine Johnson, BS Sport Management. Ashley Nicole Johnson, BS Health Science. Christian Lee Johnson, BS Exercise Science Kinesiology. Destiny Simone Johnson, BS Public Health Education. Emily Nicole Johnson, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Frederick Johnson, BS Marketing. Grace J. Johnson, BS Communications. Hunter Scott Johnson, BS Communications. Lachey T. Johnson, BS Health Science. Lanisha Tawanda Johnson, BS Health Science. Malika A. Johnson, BS Communications. Michael Asante Johnson, BS Kinesiology. Ryan Scott Johnson, BS Environmental Science and Ecology, cum laude. Ryan Michael Johnson, BS Exercise Science, Sport Management. Samara Diva Joy Johnson, BS Athletic Training, magna cum laude.
Thanks to everyone who made this happen.
William Edward Johnson, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Kayla Johnston, BS Sociology. Tyler Andrew Johnston, BS Biochemistry, summa cum laude. Elena Grace Jonathan, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Alexandra Ray Jones, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Connor Jones, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Crystal Marie Jones, BS Social Work, cum laude. Michaela Sky Jones, BS in Nursing. Mason Alexander Jones, BS Marketing, cum laude. Kayla Nadia Jordan, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Wilkes Ann Jordan, BS History, magna cum laude. Jordan A. Joseph, BS Health Science. Caitlin Rose Joyce, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, Political Science. Courtney Elizabeth Juergens, BS Kinesiology. Colin Montgomery Junot, BS Finance. Ashley N. Kabza, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Lauren Grace Kalita, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Mercedes Alyssa Kalin, BSN Nursing. Amanda Carissa Kalish, BSN Nursing. David Viktorovich Kaltuk, BS Computer Science. Courtney Lee Kimberlis, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Lindsay Kintorski, BS in Nursing. Claudia Elizabeth Kaplan, BS Kinesiology. Chaitanya Kapoor, BS Finance, magna cum laude. Leonidas Yergos Karabanakis, BS Health Science. Samantha Jane Karp, BS Biology. Zachary Anthony Katz, BS Accounting, summa cum laude. Rebecca Ann Kaufman, BS Psychology. Jordan Alexander Kays, BS Sport Management. Hope Elizabeth Kazmerzak, BS in Nursing. Amy Lynn Keaty, BS in Nursing. Jacob Richard Kearney, BS Environmental Science and Ecology, magna cum laude. Rachel Kerr, BS Social Work cum laude. Shelby Joan Kelkenberg, BS in Nursing. Abigail Ruth Kelly, BS in Nursing. Adeline Marie Kelly, BS Biology, cum laude. Austin Graham Kelly, BS Dance, magna cum laude. Jenna Lynn Kelly, BFA Dance, magna cum laude. Nicole Caitlin Kelly, BS Art. Carly Karen Kemp, BS Business Administration. Caitlin Marie Kennedy, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Marissa Ann Kennedy, BS Health Science, cum laude. Tegan Marie Kennedy, BS Criminal Justice. Christopher Douglas Kent, BS Accounting. Brenda Kiokanya, BS Psychology. Mitchell Hunter Carrick, BS Criminal Justice. Iram Yasmin Khalid, BS in Nursing. Padma Kanal, BS in Nursing. Duke Carell, BS Business Administration, Finance. Mitchell Savale Koth Sai Nyong, BS Health Science. Andre Kabukovich, BS Psychology, magna cum laude. Nadia Kiffer, BS in Nursing. Matthew Stephen Kilonsky, BS Criminal Justice. Sean Patrick Kilker, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Rachel Jeanette Hood Kiltz, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, summa cum laude. Kyungwon Kim, BS Business Administration. Allison Taylor Kinch, BS Business Administration. Haley Nicole Kinch, BA English. Janique Chantel King, BA Biology. Kamara Karika King, BS Criminal Justice, Health Science, summa cum laude.
Hi everyone, class of 2020. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my good friends who have been with me throughout this process.
Tori Marsh King, BS Health Administration, cum laude. Molly Kinsella, BS Psychology, cum laude. Christopher Edward Kinsley, BS History. Ryan Stephen Kirkpatrick, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Melissa Kiersop, BS Accounting. Julia Kissy, BS Psychology. Devin Kissoon, BS Criminal Justice. Audrey Ryan Clothen, BS Kinesiology. Robert Thomas Kleinhammer, B.S. Business Administration, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Klimkow, B.S. Criminal Justice, Sociology. Alyssa Marie Klock, B.S. Communications. Helen Margaret Knapp, B.S. English, cum laude. Christopher Richard Knopf, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. David Jonathan Nosdorf, B.S. Mathematics, summa cum laude. Sadie Rose Knight, B.S. Sociology. John Avery Noller, B.S. Health Science. Garrett Wright Noth, B.S. Political Science. Jessica Lynn Knowles, B.S. in Nursing. Kevin Coe, B.S. Communications. Courtney Colby, B.S. in Nursing. Courtney Sue Ann Colhagen, B.S. in Nursing. Rachel Lorraine Kohlberg, B.S. in Nursing. Macy Kolzinski, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Colleen M. Cole, B.S. Accounting. Jessica Lynn Koneski, B.S. Sport Management, cum laude. Tyler A. Coda, B.S. Computer Information Systems. Bradley Allen Call, B.S. Communications. Colin Michael Krasowski, B.S. Business Administration. Natalia Levchuk Kravtov, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Shane Peter Krawick, B.S. Business Administration. Adriana Nicole Kramer, B.S. Meteorology, magna cum laude. Justin Michael Kretzos, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Alexis Nicole Krinky, B.S. Art English. Linlin Nyang Chris, B.S. Business Administration, Marketing. Stephanie Lee Kreischer, B.S. Sport Management. David Matthew Kroll, B.S. Public Health Education. Ryan James Krupa, B.S. Kinesiology. Tarek Kupich, B.S. Business Administration, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Kuby, B.S. Dance Kinesiology. Dana Marie Kusha, B.S. Health Science. Sean Frederick Keene, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Danielle Teresa Kujawa, B.S. Criminal Justice. Christopher Scott Kokelka, B.S. Sport Management. Morgan Ann Kulikowski, B.S. Marketing. Jimmy Jonathan Kolzinski, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Kelsey Ray Kupiek, B.S. Women and Gender Studies. Jamie Lynn Kermis, B.S. History, cum laude. Bradley Kirst, B.S. Criminal Justice. Kendrick Kusa, B.S. Kinesiology. Alexander R. Kushak, B.S. Finance, magna cum laude. Jessica Kwok, B.S. Psychology. Jacob Eric Leclerc, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Skylar Rose Lacoste, B.S. Biology, summa cum laude. Jamie E. LaCourse, B.S. Psychology. Lakaya Yvette Lacrete, B.S. Business Administration. Jeanette Ledoux, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Austin Lefevre, B.S. Business Administration. Danielle Lefleur, BS Kinesiology. Roberto Felipe Lagares, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Tyler Richard Laird, BS Exercise Science, Kinesiology, magna cum laude. Matthew John Lajuette, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Dante William Lamardi, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Casey Lampas, BS English. Anthony Joseph Lana, BS Computer Information Systems. Megan Hope Lancaster, BSN Nursing. Patrick F. Lancaster, BSN Nursing. Paige Nicole Lane, BS Exercise Science. Tyler E. Lane, BS Business Administration. George N. Lang, BS Kinesiology. Victoria Rose Langsitter, BS Kinesiology. Kristen Ann Landsberg, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Samantha Ann Lansing, BS Political Science, magna cum laude. Abigail E. Lanterman, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Lonnie Marie Lapointe, BSN Nursing. Nicholas Lapetito, BS Sport Management. Andrew Lara, BS Health Science. Mary LaRocca, BS Chemistry. Mark Andrew LaRose, BS Communications. Brittany Irene LaRue, BS Psychology. Abigail Lash, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, cum laude. Joseph Samuel Lasky, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, summa cum laude. Michael Anthony Latona, BS History. Michael Latragna, BFA Art, cum laude. Alessandro R. Lar, BS History. Alessandra Teresa Lorenzo, BS Kinesiology. Danielle Nicole Laricella, BS Marketing. Matthew William Lauster, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Kervin J. Laveau, BS Computer Science. Ava Elizabeth Lawler, BS Business Administration. Shanae Aaliyah Tia Lawrence, BS Psychology. Talvern Lawton, BS Psychology. Alexis Lee Lehue, BS Dance Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Deborah Lynn Leach, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse, magna cum laude. Noelle Kimberly LeBeau, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Jamel Taiwan Lee, BS Kinesiology. June Lee, BS Computer Information Systems. Joshua James Lee, BS Health Science. Scott Emerson Lee, BS Accounting, Business Administration. Alexis Taylor Lagar, BSN Nursing. Ebony Legree, BS Sport Management. David J. Lehman, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Casey Ann Like Leader, BSN Nursing. Miriam Lee, BS Computer Science. Sydney Alexandra Linehan, BS Health Science. Merrill Randy Leonard, BSN Nursing. Jesse Lawrence Lennox, BS Kinesiology. Megan Elizabeth Lezard, BS Kinesiology. Amanda Marie Lewandowski, BSN Nursing. Jenna K. Lewis, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Laura Ann Lomidou, BS Social Work, Magna Cum Laude. Ellen Leiter, BS Psychology, Summa Cum Laude. Kennedy Ray Light, BS Biology. Precious Unique Lightfoot, BS Psychology. Ethan Michael Lincoln, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Sean Thomas Lincoln, BS Finance. Chloe Suzanne Lynn, BS Psychology. Mary Gladys Linton, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Torin Quinn Lisi, BS Computer Science. John W. Little, BS History, Political Science. Joshua Anthony Little, BS Computer Science. Caroline Angela Livermore, BSN Nursing. Christina Livingston, BS Social Work. Samantha Marie Lobdale, BS Kinesiology. Nikki L. Lobello, BSN Nursing. Olivia Lobo, BFA Art, Cum Laude. Caitlin Jean LeCastro, BSN Nursing, Magna Cum Laude. Ashley Marie Lochner, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Craig James Lochner, BS English, Magna Cum Laude. Michelle Leslie Locke, BSN Nursing. Tiffany Faith Locke, BS Exercise Science. Edward Roland Logal, BS Criminal Justice. Deandra Logery, BS Psychology, Cum Laude. Hunter Todd Lombardo, BS Criminal Justice, Cum Laude. Kyle Patrick Loney, BS Business Administration. Jenilyn Beth Long, BS Social Work, Summa Cum Laude. Joshua James Long, BS Marketing. Shalovia Noel Loomis, BFA Art, Magna Cum Laude. Rebecca Nicole Los, BS Marketing. Keshla Marie Lopez Rivera, BS Public Health Education. Demisa LaShawn Lott, BS Criminal Justice. Isaiah David Lewis Jean, BA Women and Gender Studies. Hunter James Louth, BS Criminal Justice. David Allen Lover, BS Kinesiology. Lindsay Jean Lovett, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, Cum Laude. Kimberly Catherine Lebonsky, BS Athletic Training, Kinesiology, Cum Laude. Bailey Elizabeth Lucas, BS Finance. Kyle Edward Luce, BS Business Administration. Lindsay Nicole Luce, BS Exercise Science, Magna Cum Laude. Jonathan L. Lucy, BS Business Administration. David Anthony Luzio, BS Business Administration. Catherine Rose Ludlow, BSN Nursing. Matthew Lutley, BS Criminal Justice, Political Science. Keith Lee, BSN Nursing, Magna Cum Laude. Tara Lyman, BS Computer Information Systems. Brittany Lynch, BS Business Administration, cum laude. Rory Francis Lynch, BSN Nursing. Alexis Starr Lyons, BS Psychology. Una Matea McDonald, BS Mathematics, summa cum laude. Ethan Patrick Mack, BS Criminal Justice. Jenna Teresa Mackey, BS Health Science, cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Macking, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Jaylee Ann McComb, BS Psychology. Elizabeth Ann Maddox, BS in Nursing. Amanda Lynn Madsen, BS Health Science, cum laude. Kurt Michael Mask, BS Business Administration. Sienna Rose Maffei, BS Health Science. Karuna Puwar Megar, BS Biology. Victoria Rose Mager, BS Biochemistry. Kristen Aline Majuli, BS Kinesiology, cum laude. Emmett Paul Mahar, BS Political Science. Amar Mahmood, BS Marketing. Mohammed Utban Mahmood, BS Biology. Maximus Isaiah Mahoney, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Amanda Jean Meyer, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Ian Andrew Myhofer, BS Psychology. Sarah Ann Main, BS English. Shanice Tierra Major, BS Criminal Justice. Michael John Makowski, BS Kinesiology, Physical Education, Teacher Education. Nicholas Robert Malachowski, BS Finance. Owen Christopher Maley, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Bronte Elizabeth Malner, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Kayla Marie Malone, BS Biology. Ashley E. Mancuso, BS in Nursing. Gabriella Marie Mandriata, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Emina Mangafik, BS Social Work. Dennis Simon Mann, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Abigail Geraldine Manning, BS Health Science. Anthony Akil Hashem Manning, BS Mathematics. Michael Vincent Mentisi, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. James Martin Mapes, BS History. Bianca Maraschio, BS Health Science, cum laude. Daniel Thomas Marini, BS History. Adriana Rose Marino, BS Computer Information Systems. James Mark, BS Biology. John Patrick Markey, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Matthew F. Marley, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Macy Jane Marlowe, BS Business Administration, cum laude.
Hello, I just want to say congrats to all my fellow classmates, and I wanted to say thank you to my mom and dad and the rest of my family. Thank you.
Indira Marte Evangelista, BS Art. Jessica Ray Martin, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, cum laude. Stuart Daniel Martin, BS Sport Management. Mia Martinez, BS Communications, Women and Gender Studies. Daniela Nicole Mashi, BS Public Health Education. Joseph Anthony Massaro, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Elizabeth Mary Mazarowski, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Mary Angeli Mara Castillo, BS Kinesiology. Brooke Madakali, BS Mathematics. Cody Jean Matthews, BS Business Administration. Sheena B. Matthews, BS in Nursing. Marcus Aldrich Matibag, BS Health Science, cum laude. Sierra M. Matia, BS Computer Information Systems. Hannah Nicole Mao, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Socrates Mora, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Chelsea Elizabeth Ruggles Maxon, BS History. Zachary Ryan Maxwell, BS Computer Science. Michael David May, BS International Studies.
Congratulations, we finally did it, even after this weird semester. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for putting up with my really loud 8 a.m. classes, and until next time.
Kyle Thomas Mayer, BS Communications, cum laude. William James Mayer, BS Earth Science. Haley E. Maynard, BS Psychology, cum laude. Matthew Christopher Mazzochetti, BS Criminal Justice. Angel Caitlin Mbamalu, BS Exercise Science. Like Me Alzira Mbama Mpolo, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth McAllister, BS Social Work, cum laude. Stephanie Lauren McBride, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Matthew Robert McCabe, BS Mathematics. Janiyah S. McCarthy, BS Health Science. Mackenzie Kate McCarthy, BS Accounting. Michael J. McCarthy, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Trevor Allen McCarthy, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Ian McClellan, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Jessica Elizabeth McCory, BS Exercise Science. Sarah Marie McCoy, BS in Nursing. Carson Ann McCulligan, BS English. Shannon Mary McCullough, BS Business Administration. Michelle Marie McDonough, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. Sherlyn Nicole McFadden, BS Health Science. Joshua David McFarland, BS Social Work. Shane Casey McGee, BS Finance. Brianna Christine McGill, BS Health Science. Kiera Elizabeth McGrath, BS Business Administration, Geology, magna cum laude. Nicholas J. McGrath, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Sean Peter McGrath, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Megan C. McIntyre, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Tara Marie McKee, BS Psychology, magna cum laude. Victoria McLaughlin, BS Marketing, summa cum laude. Cody Todd McMichael, BS Kinesiology. Jermaine McNeil, BS Finance, magna cum laude. Tina McNulty, BA International Studies. Abigail Mahar, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Christopher David Meir, BS Marketing. Liam Mears, BS Accounting. Mallory Lynn Middleton, BS Marketing. Jessica Bednarski-Meyer, BSN Nursing. Kelly Renee Meister, BS Business Administration. Randy Jesus Mejia, BS Political Science. Skylar Elise Meldrum, BS English cum laude. Ariel Brianna Melendez, BS Biology summa cum laude. Jacqueline Karen Melly, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Samuel Aurelio Peter Meladonia, BS Business Administration. Sonia Mayado, BS Criminal Justice. Christian Malia, BS Accounting. Paul V. Melnick, BS Chemistry. Nicole Kate Patea Mendoza, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Michael Mayola, BS History. Justin Thomas Mercer, BS Business Administration. Ashley Marie Merkel, BS Criminal Justice. Douglas John Merritt, BS Marketing. Jack Allen Merritt, BS Political Science. Carly Mae Merritt, BS Criminal Justice. J. Mitchell Mertel, BS Political Science. Linda Mess, BS in Nursing. Cara L. Messina, BS in Nursing. Francesca Mary Mesura, BS Health Science. Evan Ray Matakes, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Allison Christine Metter, BS Public Health Education, magna cum laude. Alexa Ann Metrick, BS Psychology. Avery Ann Monnier, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. David Lowell Muerther, BS Accounting. Michael Stephen Myers, BS Accounting, Finance, magna cum laude. Jennifer Rayleigh Mine, BS Medical Technology. Reese Allen Michaels, BS Kinesiology. Krista Michael, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Michael Donald Milcaric, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Sarah Colleen Mikhailov, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Yelena Valayevna Mikhailova, BS in Nursing. Alexa Lane Miles, BS Mathematics, summa cum laude. Matthew Ryan Millis, BS History. Allison Rebecca Miller, BS Business Administration, Marketing, cum laude. Brandon Corey Miller, BS Accounting. Bridget Kathleen Miller, BS Healthcare Administration. Krista Marie Miller, BS Communications. Courtney Miller, BSN Nursing, magna cum laude. John Raymond Miller, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Mark Anthony Miller, BS Business Administration. Matthew Miller, BS Earth Science. Megan E. Miller, BS Criminal Justice. Morgan Kimberly Miller, BS Communications. Thomas Andrew Miller, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Tyler Vach Miller, B.S. Computer Science. Jordan Christopher Milliken, B.S. Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Jean Michael Mills, B.S. Kinesiology. Todd William Mills, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Gabriella Victoria Milner, B.S. Health Science. Kayla Christine Minster, B.S. Art. Maddox Christopher Minton, B.S. Exercise Science. Emmanuel Miracu, B.S. Computer Science. Allison Marie Misavage, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Devin Thomas Mix, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, magna cum laude. Alexandria Mockbee, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Michael James Modico, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Tylen Grace Moeller, B.S. Psychology. Jasmine Mohammed Kamal, B.S. English, Women and Gender Studies, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Moitoza, B.S. English. Adriana Nicole Molasani, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Richard Joseph Vincent Malura, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Emily Jean Monachino, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Sarah Josephine Mondor, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. J. Kishan Mulchandani, B.S. Finance. Avery Oren Moore, B.S. Kinesiology. Jacob Tyler Moore, B.S. Marketing. Julie Ann Moore, B.S. Anthropology, summa cum laude. Susanna Noel Moore, B.S. Sociology. Jennifer Morales, B.S. Finance. Nalia M. Morales, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Cullen Jacob Moran, B.S. Business Administration, cum laude. Riley Elaine Moran Cochras, B.S. Psychology. Joseph M. Morency, B.S. Sport Management. Harlan Azel Murillo, B.S. Marketing. Benjamin Morningstar, B.S. Marketing. Austin J. Morell, B.S. Business Administration, Marketing. Jonathan James Morello, B.S. Biology. Tahira Marilyn Morris, B.S. Biology. Stephanie Elizabeth Morrow, B.S. Exercise Science. Marlena Morton, B.S. Public Health Education, magna cum laude. Phyllis Muschetti, B.S. in Nursing. Amberlyn J. Mosier, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Kaylee A. Moulton, B.S. Communications, Dance, magna cum laude. Kaylin Mary Mount, B.S. Criminal Justice. Zachary R. Mount, B.S. English. Thomas Musso, B.S. Biology, summa cum laude. Dustin Lee Moyle, B.S. Business Administration, cum laude. Eric David Mrozek, B.S. Accounting. Gregory Andrew Russick, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Alicia Monet Mirzwicka, B.S. Business Administration. Susan M. Muchard, B.S. Political Science, summa cum laude. Daniel Ray Mullen, B.S. Athletic Training, magna cum laude. Jordan D. Mullins, B.S. Mathematics. Brianna Marie Meninga, B.S. Psychology. Rebecca Monroe, B.S. Water Resources. Caitlin Marie Murphy, B.S. Health Science. Mark Anthony Murphy, B.S. Business Administration. Natasha Ann Murphy, B.S. Criminal Justice. Haley E. Murray, B.S. Healthcare Administration, summa cum laude. Margot Zane Murray, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Kimberly Ryan Musall, B.S. Criminal Justice. Christine Elizabeth Muscarella, B.S. Business Administration. Nicholas James Muscatello, B.S. in Nursing. Kaylee Myers, B.S. in Nursing. Megan Suzanne Myers, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Susan Louise Mikens, B.S. Health Sciences. Pamela Suzanne Miles, B.S. in Nursing. Mystique Essence Murthel, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Trey Nicholas Nadalinsky, B.S. History. Alyssa Nardi, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Stephanie Marie Nardone, B.S. Accounting Business Administration, cum laude. Adriana Josephine Narolis, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Emily Narroway, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children.
Go, 1, 2, 3.
Sophie Antoinette Nash, B.S. Dance Exercise Science, magna cum laude. Peter Natoski, B.S. Biochemistry, summa cum laude. Kevin Michael No, B.S. Biology, English. Raina Naraki, B.S. English, magna cum laude. Charlie Nazarkowitz, B.S. Health Science, Psychology. Natasha Nidokova, B.S. in Nursing. Brianna Neely, B.S. Kinesiology, Psychology. Derek Joseph Nelson, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Rudisha Ramona Nelson, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. William J. Nelson, B.S. Finance. Jonathan Theodore Ninos, B.S. Exercise Science. Jacqueline Marie Neubauer, B.S. Chemistry, magna cum laude. Melissa G. Newdeck, B.S. Art. Ryan Matthew Newman, B.S. English, cum laude. Connor Robert Neville, B.S. Business Administration, Marketing. Timothy Justin Newcomb, B.S. Criminal Justice. Ashley Marie Newman, B.S. Healthcare Administration, summa cum laude. Leah K. Newman, B.S. Art. Madison Lee Newman, B.S. Communications, Kinesiology, and Sport Management, summa cum laude. Brooke Elizabeth Nichols, B.S. Athletic Training. Stephen Nichols, B.S. Exercise Science. Taz Anthony Nichols, B.S. Political Science. Anthony M. Nickel, B.S. Psychology. Sophia R. Nicholas, B.S. Communications. Yvanelle Shayna Nicholas, B.S. Biology, Psychology. Judah David Natopsky, B.S. History, cum laude. Nicholas T. Nieves, B.S. Biology. Brandon Michael Nitty, B.S. Finance. Taylor Lynn Noble, B.S. Criminal Justice. Katricia A. Nooks, B.S. Social Work, cum laude. Josh David Noonan, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Alexis Marie Norcross, B.S. Mathematics. Kiara Marie Nobert, BSN Nursing. Aaron Lee Nowicki, B.S. Sociology. Haley Nicole Noyes, B.S. History. Christoph Takirutimana, B.S. Accounting. Olivia Shile Nucitelli, B.S. Health Science, Recreation and Leisure Studies, summa cum laude. Rinaldo Nunez, B.S. Business Administration. Christina Nuzzo, B.S. Public Health Education, Kinesiology. Kaylee Bell O'Brien, B.S. Exercise Science. Bridget O'Brien, B.S. Kinesiology. Delaney O'Brien, B.S. Social Work, cum laude. Kayla Lynn O'Brien, B.S. Business Administration. Kevin Michael O'Brien, B.S. Communications. Kyle Patrick O'Brien, B.S. Computer Science. Caitlin Patricia O'Connell, B.S. Earth Science, magna cum laude. Brendan A. O'Connor, B.S. Health Science. Jennifer Diane O'Connor, B.S. Accounting, summa cum laude. Harley Teresa Adi, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Odell, B.S. Health Science, summa cum laude. Garrett James Odell, B.S. Business Administration. Haley Ray Odell, B.S. Accounting, Business Administration. Ryan Bailey Odell, B.S. English, magna cum laude. Kyle Kevin O'Gara, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Matthew Joseph Onyebene, B.S. Business Administration. Zachary O'Hara, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Kingsley Chibueze Okereke, B.S. Computer Science. Aaliyah R. Okamvalesak, B.S.N. Nursing. Alexander Walter Olchuk, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Carly Morgan Oliver, B.S.N. Nursing, summa cum laude. Sarah Lynn Oliver, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Carmelo Francesco Oliveri, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Ida Olmez, B.A. International Studies. Analua Alafin, B.S. Political Science. Marley Page O'Malley, B.S. Health Science. Ibukun Adeola Omobepare, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Victoria Omolayo, B.S. Social Work, cum laude. Anua Luapo Akindele Omorodian, B.S. Accounting, Finance. Chelsea Ali O'Neill, Communications, Social Work, magna cum laude. Hunter O'Neill, B.S. Criminal Justice. Samuel Opuni, B.S. Exercise Science. Brooke Ann Orcutt, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Amenzi Oronse, B.S. Sociology. Alexis Ortiz, BS Psychology. Ashley Janine Osborne, BS Social Work. Matthew Raymond Osborne, BS Kinesiology. Riley Ozer, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Madison Elizabeth O'Toole, BS Sport Management, cum laude. Cameron Michael Ott, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Ilana Oriel, BS in Nursing. Scott Ryan Ovental, BS Criminal Justice Health Science. Jasmine Patrice Overton, BS Criminal Justice. Tiffany Ovita, BS Criminal Justice. Emily Elizabeth Ozarzek, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Jessica Pace, BS Communications, Sport Management, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Page, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. Lindsay Morgan Painter, BS in Nursing. Melissa Marie Pacuche, BS in Nursing. Dylan Townsend Palazetti, BS Criminal Justice Sociology. Samantha Rita Palella, BS Biology. Ashley Nicole Palmer, BS Biology. Brianna L. Palmer, BS Mathematics. Jeremy Robert Ponick, BA Anthropology, cum laude. Cassandra L. Pangranzio, BS History, cum laude. Kayla Rose Paninsky, BS Sociology. Sarah Papa, BS Social Work, summa cum laude. Maria Emilia Paredes, BS Health Science. Justine Perello, BS History. Ryan Park, BS Criminal Justice. Marcus J. Parker Wade, BS Public Health Education. Michelle Catherine Parkhurst, BFA Dance, summa cum laude. Gwendolyn Amber Parks, BS Criminal Justice. Emily Dempsey Perry, BS Theater, summa cum laude.
I really have to thank my mom more than anybody else. She's the reason that I could do this in the first place, so thanks, Mom.
Catherine Claire Harlow, BS Health Science, Political Science, summa cum laude. Fantasia Pastranos, BS Psychology. Tristan Alexander Pataky, BS Health Science. Parthiv Shailesh Patel, BS Computer Science. Ravi Patel, BS Business Administration. Marlise Hope Patterson, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Jane Patton, BS Health Science, cum laude. Ellie Lauren Pauley, BS English, summa cum laude. Olacia Pavliko, BSN Nursing. Brady Payne, BS Sport Management. Sean K. Peart, BS English. Caitlin Peck, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, cum laude. Jennifer Mercedes Pedro, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Holden James Pelton, BS Criminal Justice. Laura E. Pena Bueno, BS Health Science. Kimberly Joy Penn, BS Healthcare Administration. Reese Matthew Penny, B.S. Business Administration, summa cum laude. Emily Faith Peppers, B.S. Biology. Natalie G. Perino, B.S. Business Administration, Health Science. Destiny Alicia Perez, B.S. Psychology. Victoria Emily Perez, B.S. Health Science. Marcelo Ricardo Perfetti, B.S. Exercise Science. Adam Perkel, B.S. Kinesiology, cum laude. Amber Rose Perkins, B.S. English. Jessica Lynn Perkins, B.S. Communications. Stephanie Anna Perna, B.S. Exercise Science. Alvin Lewis Perry, B.S. Criminal Justice. Clarissa Catherine Perry, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Christopher Brian Pest, B.S. Finance. Jonathan R. Peter, B.S. Finance, cum laude. Hannah Marie Peters, B.S. Criminal Justice. Alexis Peterson, B.S. Psychology. Michaela Marie Peterson, B.S. in Nursing, summa cum laude. Victor Peterson, B.S. Mathematics. Madeline Grace Petrick, B.S. Health Science, International Studies, and Political Science. Jacob Chris Pitote, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. Vanessa Maria Petrella, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, cum laude. Courtney Petronio, B.S. Kinesiology. Hannah Marie Petrosky, B.S. Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Christopher M. Pettengill, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology, magna cum laude. Emily Laurie Petterelli, B.S. Health Science. Nina Michelle Pettis, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Molly Pettis, B.S. in Nursing. Paige Marie Finninger, B.S. Criminal Justice. Allison R. Phillips, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Amber Rose Phillips, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Lee J. Phillips, B.S. Psychology. Elizabeth H. Piazza, B.S. Health Science. Justin David Picard, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Jordan Page Pickett, B.S. English. Juliana Marie Pietropalo, B.S. Health Science. Emma Rosemary Pigliavento, B.S. Dance. Anne Marie Noel Pillsbury, B.S. Water Resources, summa cum laude. Taylor Allison Pine, B.S. in Nursing. Jonathan R. Piscitelli, B.S. Marketing. Elena Rose Pisca, B.S. Communications, magna cum laude. Kyle Pittman, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. Andrew Stephen Placius, B.S. Computer Science, cum laude. Christopher M. Playtech, B.S. Sport Management. Jagger Tyler Plenge, B.S. Sociology. Hannah Plummer, B.S. English. Nikita Pogorilov, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Andrew Poley, B.S. Finance. Christina Poles, B.S. Accounting. Vincent Joseph Palomini, B.S. Biology. Christopher John Polino, BS Sport Management. Daniel Aaron Polino, BS Political Science. Anna Bertha Ponce, BA History, magna cum laude. Tautavidas Ponskadavis, BS Sport Management. Chandler Bailey Poplowski, BS Communications, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Porter, BS Exercise Science. Courtney Ann Post, BS in Nursing. Gabriella Raquel Potenti Horton, BS Psychology. Mark Aaron Potter, BS Psychology. Sarah Potter, BSN cum laude. Todd Joseph Povinelli, BS Computer Science. Jessica Lynn Powell, BS in Nursing. Sarah Powell, BS Psychology. Melanie Elizabeth Powers, BS Exercise Science, cum laude. Aaron Pownall Burns, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Bailey Mackenzie Pratt, BS Accounting, cum laude. Nathan Christopher Pratt, BS Finance. Sarah Haley Preach, BS Psychology. Jenna Christine Preston, BS Biology. Lauren Ray Prevost, BS Art, cum laude. Sarah Haley Preach, BS Psychology. Amanda John Prophet, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Joshua Michael Prustajko, BS Criminal Justice. Sydney Rose Shabish, BS Psychology, magna cum laude. Grace Christina Pulsini, BS History. Danielle Ann Puzzateri, BS Psychology. Caitlin Pitlick, BS Health Science, cum laude. April Rose Quattlebaum, BA English, summa cum laude. Valeria Quesada, BS Kinesiology. Matthew David Keeter, BS Criminal Justice, cum laude. Evangelia Quintana, BS in Nursing. Theodore Rabe, BS History, summa cum laude. Taekwon Kyler Shair Ragland, BS Marketing. Bonnie S. Ramadan, BS in Nursing. Elizabeth Ramirez, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Erica Lynn Ramirez, BS in Nursing. Yvette Maria Ramos, BS Art Psychology, magna cum laude. Thomas James Ranowitz, BS Business Administration. Mackenzie R. Ranney, BS Psychology, magna cum laude. Anastasia Raptakis, BS Psychology. Gabriel Raptis, BS Criminal Justice. Brenna Amber Rattry, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, summa cum laude. Audra Lane Raub, BS Communications. Curtis J. Raymond, BS Finance. Joshua R. Raymond, BS Chemistry. Sarah Elizabeth Reed, BS in Nursing. Daniel Richard Riccio, BS Psychology. Jacob William Rakor, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Corey Redinger, BS Computer Science, Summa Cum Laude. Christopher Mark Reed, BS Business Administration. Ashley Reeves, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Alexander Wolfgang Reichard, BS Kinesiology. Julia Mary Reedy, BS Criminal Justice, Magna Cum Laude. Liam Peter Riley, BS Kinesiology. Maya Reyna, BS Biochemistry. Tessa Ray Rimmel, BS Accounting. Corey Reniff, BS Communications. Melissa G. Resch, BS Business Administration. Francisco Restitulo, BS in Nursing. Savannah Megan Ravel, BS in Nursing Cum Laude. Derek John Ray, BS Public Health Education. Ashley Reyes, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Jeremy Reyes, BS Biology, Health Science. Maricruz Reyes, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Jillian Rose Reynolds, BS Water Resources. Leah N. Rebeck, BS Psychology. Danielle Rose Rickey, BS Art. Olivia Grace Rickey, BS Healthcare Administration. Micah Everett Rice, BS Computer Science. Patrick M. Rice, BS Criminal Justice, Cum Laude. Janine Marie Rich, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Mary Catherine Rickberg, BS Computer Information Systems. Chelsea Leanne Richard, BSN Nursing. Emma Casey Ricard, BSN Nursing. Heather Judith Rickman, BS Health Science. Marquise Robert Riddick, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, Magna Cum Laude. Alexander Paul Riggerman, BS Criminal Justice Sociology. Jessica Elizabeth Reggio, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Joseph Michael Reggio, BS Biology. Michelle Lynn Marie Reggio, BS Criminal Justice Sociology, Summa Cum Laude. Terry J. Riggs, BS Communications. Lauren Christine Riker, BS in Nursing, Summa Cum Laude. Alicia Laurie Rios, BS Sociology, Magna Cum Laude. Lindsay Grace Risinger, BS Earth Science. Aaron D. Ritter, BS Accounting. Rebecca Lorraine Ritter, BS Social Work, Magna Cum Laude. Trevor D. Rittersback, BS Criminal Justice. Nicholas B. Rivas, BS Kinesiology. Savannah Jewel Rivera, BS Sport Management Cum Laude. Michaela Jo Rivers, BS English. Natalia Rivers, BS Health Science. Brandon Michael Rizzari, BS Biology. Amanda Ray Rizzi, BS Psychology. Eris Rizzo, BS in Nursing. Anisha Daisy Ann Roach, B.S. Criminal Justice. Thomas Brian Rabari, B.S. Public Administration. Elizabeth Marie Roberts, B.S. Accounting. Kelly Elizabeth Robinson, B.S.N. Nursing. Otega Olutimi Robinson, B.S. Finance. Victoria Eileen Robick, B.S.N. Nursing, summa cum laude. Louise Daniel Roche, B.S. Business Administration. Cole Michael Rock, B.S. Communications. Amanda Cassandra Rodriguez, B.S. English. Roy Rodriguez, B.S. Marketing. Tyler Joseph Rodriguez, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, magna cum laude. Yashira Marie Rodriguez, B.S. Healthcare Administration.
Happy graduation, class of 2020. Just want to say that I'm super thankful and very blessed to be here and looking forward to what the future has in store.
Winneber Arlette Rodriguez Ramon, B.S. Accounting. Samantha Lynn Roloff, B.S. Public Health Education. Joseph Luis Romano, B.S. Accounting Finance. Andre Romanyuk, B.S. Health Science Nursing cum laude. Serena E. Ruse, B.S. Business Administration magna cum laude. Isabella Rosa, B.S. Criminal Justice. Lisbeth Y. Rosario, B.S. Health Science. Lucianne Rosario, B.S. Criminal Justice. Angelique Lynette Rose, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children. Jared Matthew Rosenberg, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Shoshana Rosenhaus, B.S. English. Alexis Ross, B.S. Business Administration, summa cum laude. Nicholas Francis Rossi, B.S. Computer Science. Sabrina E. Rottenberg, B.S. Health Science. Kyle Cortland Rothfuss, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Rebecca Elaine Rothlever, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Zachary Christopher Rotundo, B.S. Kinesiology. Thomas Quinn Rugen, B.S. Kinesiology. Charles James Rowe, B.S. Psychology. Jamie Lee Rowe, B.S. Theater, magna cum laude. Megan Angeline Rowe, B.S.N. Nursing. Mia Jessica Rowland, B.S. Exercise Science. Sarah Margaret Rowland, B.S. English cum laude. Andrew H. Rowley, B.S. Mathematics, Physics. Evan Ford Ruggiero, B.S. Biology. Samantha Lee Ruiz, B.S. Health Science. Shauna Marie Gloria Runyon, B.S. Psychology. Sean K. Rush, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Alyssa Rusinko, B.S.N. Nursing. Brittany Lynn Russo, B.S.N. Nursing. Kristen A. Sacatella, B.S. Biology. Sean Richard Sadowski, B.S. Health Science. Lilia Sagan, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Alima Abdul Qadir Saeed, B.S. English, magna cum laude. Ariana Nicole Seda, B.S. Criminal Justice. Tareen Sock, B.S. Accounting, cum laude. Tarith Sock, B.S. Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Brielle Jatan Salandi, B.S. Public Health Education. Khalid Saleh, B.S. Psychology.
16 years in the making, and we finally all made it. Congratulations to everyone. I'd like to thank my mom, dad, and teta for always supporting me, and I hope I can make you guys proud.
Aiden Michael Salerno, B.S. Business Administration. Alexia Elizabeth Salerno, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Luba Yasenka Salih, B.S. Biology. Sydney H. Salzberg, B.S. English, cum laude. Morgan G. Salisbury, B.S. English Social Work, summa cum laude. Tabitha Salonen, B.S. Political Science, cum laude. Jolie Lily Saltiel, BFA Dance, magna cum laude. Michael Anthony Sanchez, B.S. Criminal Justice. Cooper Ward Sanderson, B.S. Political Science. John P. Sanfratello, B.S. Political Science, summa cum laude. Matthew D. Sanger, B.S. Chemistry. Leah Elizabeth Santarelli, B.S.N. Nursing. Tim Santiago, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Samuel James Santarelli, B.A. English, cum laude. Jonathan Michael Stephen Santoro, B.S. Criminal Justice. Cynthia Irene Sapienza, B.S. Finance Marketing, magna cum laude. Brooke Taylor Sapolsky, B.S. Exercise Science. Angelica Marie Sapp, B.S. Psychology. Mariama Sar, B.S. Criminal Justice. Nicholas Anthony Sorini, B.S. Biology, Health Science. Colby Murphy Savage, B.S. Psychology. Diana S. Savastano, B.S.N. Nursing. Sean James Sawyer, B.S. English. Jacob Say, B.S. Communications. Finn Say, B.S. Biology. John Joseph Scalone, B.S. Sport Management. Daniel P. Scanlon, B.S. Criminal Justice. Julia Page Scanlon, B.S.N. Nursing, summa cum laude. Stephen Carl Scarborough, B.S. International Business and Economics. Molly Elise Scarpello, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Joshua Jeffrey Escarpino, B.S. Sport Management. Sarah Shazinski, B.S. English. Andrew McGuire Shahaki, B.S. Sport Management. Justin Matthew Skregg, B.S. Chemistry. Joseph Michael Shidwachter, B.S. Athletic Training, cum laude. Rochelle Lynn Schleusner, B.S. Health Science, Psychology, cum laude. Bailey A. Schlurf, B.S. History, summa cum laude. Reagan Shearliff, B.S. Biochemistry, magna cum laude. Michelle Catherine Schlur, B.S. Marketing. Hillary Allison Anna Schmatola Brooks, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Matthew Schneider, B.S. Finance, Marketing. Rebecca Schniederman, B.S. Accounting, summa cum laude. Adam Whitney Scouten, B.S. International Business and Economics, cum laude. Hayden Jack Schreier, B.S. Marketing. Brittany Ann Schulich, B.S. Health Science. Kristen L. Schulmerich, BSN Nursing. April M. Schultz, BSN Nursing. Shelby Christine Shoemaker, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Mackenzie Ellen Schuster, BSN Nursing. Erin Alyssa Swab, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Juliana Lynn Swab, BS Health Science, magna cum laude. Eric T. Schwob, BS Political Science. Nicoletta Antoinette Scopo, BS Accounting. Brianna Nicole Scott, BS Accounting, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Scranton, BSN Nursing, magna cum laude. William Robert Secules, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Emma Jane Thadia, BS Health Science. Alyssa DeLima Seeberger, BS Public Health Education, cum laude. Christopher Carl Seeger, BS Communications, summa cum laude. Michael Sean Seiler, BS Sociology. Miles Wilson Selig, BS International Business and Economics. John Seskus, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Sarah Rachel Seymour, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Nicholas Taylor Segarglio, BS Marketing. Anthony James Segroy, BS Finance. Danique Khadijah Shallow, BS Health Science. Alexander Cameron Champagne, BS Computer Information Systems. Brittany Lee Shattuck, BS Criminal Justice. Brooke Marie Shattuck, BS Accounting. Austin Shea, BS Earth Science. Thomas Gerald Shear, BS Computer Science. Trevor Daniel Sheldon, BS Finance. Rachel Marie Shelvey, BSN Nursing. Alexis Lynn Shemps, BS Health Science. Michaela Sherry, BS Biology, summa cum laude. Matthew George Shevchuk, BS Health Science. Claire M. Shields, BS Psychology. Victoria Shivaulak, BA International Business and Economics. Robert Nelson Sickler, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Brett William Siebert, BS Exercise Science. Isabella Nicole Sigler, BS Accounting. Yulia Sikovska, BS Accounting. Danielle May Simmons, BS History, magna cum laude. Robert Simone, BS Sport Management. Michelle Marie Simonette, BSN Nursing. Monet Andrea Simpson, BS English. Simi Singh, BSN Nursing. Kalina Najee Singleton, B.S. Public Health Education, cum laude. Anthony Sanat, B.S. Sport Management. Brianna Rose Sinnott, B.S. History. Anthony James Sipowitz, B.S. Earth Science. Lindsay A. Sipp, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Justice Amani Sisson, B.S. Psychology. Kayla Ann Siddick, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Jenna Lee Savulik, B.S.N. Nursing, cum laude. Patrick Skelly, B.S. Kinesiology, Sport Management. Ali Ray Skachelas, B.S.N. Nursing. Jennifer Sarah Sladewski, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Catherine Marie Slater, B.S. Public Health Education. Adam Richard Slattery, B.S. Accounting Finance. Justin Tyler Slattery, B.S. Business Administration. Jacob Ari Slowetsky, B.S. Marketing. Cassidy Lynn Sloan, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Tori Rose Slocum, B.S. Psychology. Michaela Lindsay Slovic, BSN Nursing, magna cum laude. Jordan Lynn Small, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, magna cum laude. Bowden Smitch, B.S. Biology, summa cum laude. Abigail Taylor Smith, B.S. Business Administration. Alexandria Smith, B.S. Health Science. Brianna Smith, B.S. Psychology. Brooke Lynn M. Smith, B.S. Political Science, magna cum laude. David Antonio Ceballos Smith, B.S. Health Science. Jesse Lee Smith, B.S. Finance. Jesse Lee Smith, B.S. Finance. Chris Ann C. Smith, B.S. Health Science. Mara Kathleen Smith, B.S. in Nursing. Margaret Marilyn Smith, B.S. History. Molly Ann Elizabeth Smith, B.S. Biochemistry. Rhoda Louise Smith, B.S. in Nursing. Zachary Ryan Smith, B.S. English. Janae Tierra Smith, B.S. Accounting. Jamie Thomas Smolnip, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Lucy Smoot, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Allison Catherine Snell, B.S. Anthropology, magna cum laude. Cameron J. Snell, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Todd R. Snell, Jr., B.S. Criminal Justice. Ryan T. Snow, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Aaron Michael Snyder, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Bartholomew David Snyder, B.S. Sport Management. Brett Morgan Snyder, B.S. Social Work, magna cum laude. Emma Hillary Sones, B.S. Business Administration. Alexis Solis Pignato, B.S. Marketing. Lauren Ernie Sonderiker, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Ramona M. Sone Myers, B.S. Criminal Justice, Political Science. Kayla N. Sorensen, BS Women and Gender Studies. Margarita Sostra, BS Sociology. Alicia Gale Southern, BSN Nursing. Bradley Cole Sovokul, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Stephen P. Sovokul, BS History, summa cum laude. Abubakri So, BS Accounting. Darius Jerome Spady, BS Biology. Benjamin Spalding, BS Finance. Shannon Marie Speaker, BS in Nursing. Tyler Spearing, BS Kinesiology. Flaninia Spencer, BS Psychology. Joshua Stewart Spencer, BS Sport Management, magna cum laude. Patrick Connor Spittle, BS Exercise Science, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Ann Spillane, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Erica Nicole Spinelli, BS English. Alex J. Spink, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Nicholas Springer, BS Business Administration. Marissa Francine Sprons, BS Social Work. Juliana Faith Soroka, BS Sociology. Andrea Cheryl St. Clair, BSN Nursing. Cameron Grace St. Clair, BSN Nursing, summa cum laude. Abigail Mary St. Dennis, BS English. Haley Lynn Stallman, BS Biochemistry, summa cum laude. Shauna Cheyenne Stanley, BS English. Matthew Christopher Starr, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Nicholas D. Staub, BS Computer Information Systems. Kashmir Ray Stearns, BS Health Science, cum laude. Zachary James Stedman, BS Kinesiology, Physical Education, Teacher Education. Victoria Nicole Steed, BS Communications, cum laude. Dewan Jesus Steele, BS History. Mary Elizabeth Colleen Steele, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Carly Morgan Stefanidis, BS Biology. Jonathan Michael Stefano, BS Marketing. Sydney Therese Steger, BS Kinesiology. Gerard Steller, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Josiah Cooper Steinhilber, BS Psychology, cum laude. Rochelle Nicole Steinkamp, BFA Dance, BS Kinesiology, cum laude. Gabrielle Salem Stentz, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Breton Stevens, BS Exercise Science, summa cum laude. Shannon J. Stevely, BS Health Science, summa cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Stevner, BS Kinesiology. Thomas David Stevens, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Jonathan Marcus Stewart, BS Sport Management. Margaret Ann Stewart, BS English Journalism and Broadcasting. Andrew Michael Amadeo Stierka, BS Meteorology. Maya K. Stoizel, BS Health Science, cum laude. Christopher Allen Stoyanovsky, BS Computer Information Systems. Emma Eileen Stone, B.S. Social Work, magna cum laude. Samantha Lynn Stone, B.S. Social Work. Zachary Stone, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Annika Lee Stoll, B.S. English. Brielle Marie Strieber, B.S. Health Science. Alexander Strazowski, B.S. Business Administration, Marketing. Samantha Ruth Strub, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Catherine Rose Strutz, BSN Nursing. Christopher Suarez, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Justin Summers, B.S. Sport Management. Ashley Marie Sutherland, B.S. Public Health Education. Brianna Yale Sutherland, B.S. Business Administration. Cassandra Rachel Sutley, B.S. Art, magna cum laude. Laura Genevieve Sutter, B.S. Communications. Imani Unique Sweeney, B.S. Health Science. Karen M. Sweeting, B.S. Health Science. Kirsten Nan Sweetman, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Madison Lynn Swatawi, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse, cum laude. Megan Catherine Swatawi, B.S. Recreation and Leisure Studies. Cameron Weston Swick, B.S. Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Desiree Marie Swisher, BSN Nursing. Duncan Charles Sy, B.S. History. Malik Silla, B.S. Sport Management. Catherine Seifer, B.S. Exercise Science. Angela Cywulski, B.S. Business Administration. Jessica Page Santo, B.S. Psychology. Jason Michael Szynklers, BSN Nursing. Brandon Matthew Tabor, B.S. Political Science. Emily Tabor, B.A. English. Layla Najib Taha, B.S. History. Maria Tamblin, B.S. Biology. Lisa Anna Marie Tanksley, B.S. Psychology. Emily Bridget Tarquin, B.S. Exercise Science. Matthew Stephen Tater, B.S. Computer Science, summa cum laude. Brianna M. Tower, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Ashley Tavera, B.S. Psychology. Aaliyah Shania Taylor, B.S. Finance. Desiree Ivy Taylor, B.A. Anthropology, cum laude. Eric David Teal, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Trista J. Teets, B.S.N. Nursing. Lindsay Alexandria Termini, B.S.N. Nursing. Brianna Marie Terre, B.S. Criminal Justice. Michael Jarrett Tersini, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse, summa cum laude. Mahalit Tesfaye, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Christopher Michael Tesorio, B.S. Sociology, cum laude. Julia Renee Tousley, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Tao Hung Tai, B.S. Accounting, Finance, summa cum laude.
To Mom, thank you for always empowering me and supporting me. I love you, and thank you for all my professors and my friends who gave me such a memorable 4 years.
Connor Thiel, BS Health Science. Ashley Elizabeth Therios, BS Healthcare Administration, magna cum laude. Brianna S. Thomas, BS Health Science. Sindra Elaine Thomas, BS Exercise Science, Kinesiology. Jennifer Lee Thomas, BS Women and Gender Studies. Jordan Nicole Thomas, BS Psychology. Kinley Thomas, BS Criminal Justice. Shakia V.J. Thomas, BS English, magna cum laude. Subin Thomas, BS Business Administration. Zaria Samita Thomps, BS Public Health Education. Connor Alexander Thompson, BS Meteorology. Joseph William Thompson, BS Finance. Nadia Camille Thompson Lawrence, BS Health Science, cum laude. Connor J. Thorne, BS International Business and Economics. Adriana Ivy Thrasher, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Gates P. Thruston, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Victoria O'Shea Thuman, BS Health Science. Carl Bernard Thurm, BS Computer Science Mathematics, summa cum laude. Carl Jacob Thurno, BS Computer Science, summa cum laude. Connor Patrick Tickner, BS International Business and Economics. Dejana Tilley, BS Psychology. Chet Timsina, BS Computer Science. Samuel Tingley, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Corey Michael Tirado, BS Criminal Justice. Kyle John Tirone, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Joshua J. Titus, BS Finance, cum laude. Joelle Lauren Taziski, BS in Nursing. Laura Nicole Tufel, BS Sport Management, summa cum laude. Sarah Michelle Toledo, BS in Nursing. Alyssa Marie Tomei, BS Healthcare Administration. Jessica Jo Tonkery, BS Psychology. Sandra Yuri Tono, BS Biology. Christopher Dennis Toomey, BS Psychology. Lauren Elizabeth Tordella, BS Marketing. Keela Alicia Toribio, BS Psychology. Brian Tornatori, BS Kinesiology. Dayanara Angeles Torres, BS Biology, Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Janisa Marie Torres, BS Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Jessie Marie Torres, BS English, Psychology, cum laude. Justin Benjamin Torres, BS Exercise Science, cum laude. Samantha Casey Michelle Torres, BS International Business and Economics, CFCT Spanish Language, Certification, cum laude. Shelby Ann Toth, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, summa cum laude. Brittany K. Torres, BS Health Science. Darius Lawrence Townsend, BS Finance, magna cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Townsend, BS African and African American Studies. Nan Tran, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Zachary David Trask, B.S. Business Administration. Anna Elizabeth Trauber, B.S. Computer Science. Jennifer S. Travitt, B.S. Psychology. Sierra Shanice Travis, B.S. Health Science. Scarlett Ann Travis, B.A. English Spanish. Bernadette Marie Trimper, B.S. Criminal Justice. Daniel Thomas Tricozzi, B.S. Sport Management cum laude. David Joseph Trombetta, B.S. in Nursing. Sarah Christina Traus, B.S. Business Administration. Sierra Trudeau Smith, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Tabitha Jade Trulson, B.S. Biology. Andy Trong, B.S. Accounting, magna cum laude. Madeline Teresa Trijankowski, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Nicholas Rain Twassen, B.S. Communications. Nadia Tucker, B.S. Health Science. Mariah Tumia, B.S. Social Work, summa cum laude. Naomi Mara Turiano, B.S. in Nursing. Christopher L. Turner, B.S. International Business and Economics. Dwayne Anthony Turner, B.S. Sociology. Melissa Tursunovic, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Christina Hope Turton, B.S. Psychology, summa cum laude. Zachary Mark Tuttle, B.S. Computer Science, summa cum laude. Adna Tutundik, B.A. International Studies, Political Science. Veronica Tumesi, B.S. Healthcare Administration. Marissa P. Tamush, B.S. in Nursing, cum laude. Jacob Nye Tynan, B.S. History. Amanda Cherie Tyndale, B.S. Psychology. Megan Barbara Tyndale, B.S. Healthcare Administration, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Tyson, B.S. Criminal Justice. Alexander Cordis Ulatowski, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Paul Eric Ulmer, B.S. Criminal Justice. Kelly Aaron Ulp, B.S. English. Jade Dolores Underwood, B.S. Health Science. Noah James Urbanski, B.S. Kinesiology. Sarah Jane Erkfitz, B.S. Exercise Science. Isaiah Daniel Utley, B.S. Communications, Sport Management, summa cum laude. Ariona Valastro, B.S. Biology. Michelle Valdez, B.S. in Nursing. Ryan James Valenza, B.S. Computer Science. Erica Valente, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Adam Hunter Valenti, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Peter Vittorio Valenti, B.S. Geology. Derek Michael Valentine, B.S. Political Science, cum laude. Justin Robert Valentino, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Samuel Lyons Vallone, B.A. International Business and Economics. Matthew Gary Van Allen, B.S. Sport Management. Madison Jane Van Hout, B.S. in Nursing. Jennifer Lynn Van Reenen, B.S. Health Science. Brooke Ashley Van Slyke, B.S. Political Science. Mallory Jan Vanelli, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, cum laude. Zachary R. Van Covering, BS Criminal Justice, cum laude. Jack T. Van Way, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Taylor Nicole Van Wee, BS Accounting. Jessica Vargas, BS Criminal Justice, Health Science. Brianna Alice Vassini, BS African and African American Studies, Psychology. Brielle Alice Vassiani, BS African and African American Studies, Psychology, cum laude. Savannah Rose Vascuñas, BS Health Science, cum laude. Mark Vasquez, BS Business Administration. Anna Ingalls Vatana, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Casey Alexandra Vatimo, BS Accounting. Matthew Shane Vautrin, BS Sport Management, magna cum laude. Michelle Leah Vayner, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies. Jamal Vasquez, BS Psychology.
Doesn't feel like I graduated today. Feels like the whole family did. Thank you guys for everything that you've done for me. I'll never forget it. Love all you guys. And congrats to class of 2020.
Brianna Noel Venditti, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. McCarney Winnie Verdiner, BS Health Science. Rachel Ann Verdon, BS in Nursing. Nicholas Alexander Verhoof, BS Exercise Science, magna cum laude. John Charles Vesk, BS Accounting. Brooke Michaela Vickers, BS Social Work, cum laude. Fazuli Vides Beleño, BS Exercise Science. Jordan Vina, BS Business Administration. Lauren Vila, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Michael T. Villan, BS History. Ariel Marie Villanueva, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Drew M. Vincevich, BS Mathematics. Angelo Visca, BS Psychology. Elena Marie Viscardi, BS Marketing. Kenneth Charles Volinger, BS Mathematics. Xavier Arthur Vogel, BS Computer Information Systems. Jamie Lynn B. Vokes, BS in Nursing. Quentin J. Volpe, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Frank T. Voles, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse, SWO2. Miles William Voles, BS in Nursing. Jared Vuolo, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, cum laude. Morgan Lynn Wasdorp, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Bailey Wagaman, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Sarah Wager, BS Environmental Science and Ecology. Alyssa Wagner, BS Psychology. Morgan Lee Waite, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, magna cum laude. Robert William Wakeman, BS Biology, magna cum laude. Brad Michael Walsh, BS Psychology, cum laude. Jordan Michael Waldo Riesel, BS Business Administration. Alyssa Marie Walya, BS in Nursing. Amanda Lee Walker, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Devin Michael Walker, BS Health Science. Trevor Wyatt Wallace, BS Business Administration, cum laude. Emily Ann Walsh, BS Psychology, cum laude. Jade Melaine Ray Walsh, BS Psychology. Thomas Joseph Walsh, BS Business Administration. Tess Anna Walter, BS Psychology. Dustin E. Walters, BS Kinesiology. Shane R. E. Walters, BS Biology, summa cum laude. Jonathan J. Warren, BS Earth Science. William Patrick Warner, BS Recreation and Leisure Studies, summa cum laude. Elizabeth L. Warren, BS in Nursing. Joshua D. Warren, BS Marketing. Anthony Washington, BS Business Administration. Sierra Washington, BS African and African American Studies. Honesty LaVille Washington, BS Health Science, cum laude. John Jacoby Washington, BS Finance. John Paul Washins, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Cortland Alexis Waters, BS Art. Sarah Catherine Watkins, BS English, magna cum laude. Amberlyn Rebecca Watrous, BS English, magna cum laude. Amanda Rose Watson, BS Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, Recreation and Leisure Studies, cum laude. Ariana Marie Watson, BS Health Science. Carolyn Elizabeth Watt, BS Communications. Kezia T. Waters, BS Dance Psychology. Alexa Shantara Waring, BS Sociology.
I did it, I made it, and I'm proud to be a 2020 Brockport graduate.
Alyssa Ann Weaver. Devin Ann Weaver, BS Biology. Jacqueline Marie Webster, BS Psychology, summa cum laude. Jennifer Marie Webster, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Webster, BS Computer Science, cum laude. Caitlin Waddell, BS in Nursing. Latoya Olivia Weeks, BS in Nursing. Stephanie M. Whalen, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Eric James Wiesensaw, BS Kinesiology. Cynthia Ann Whites, BS Psychology. Brian Harley Wells, BS Computer Information Systems, cum laude. Jennifer May Wells, BS in Nursing. Rochelle Wells, BS English. Hannah M. Weltzer, BS Public Health Education, cum laude. Alexander Otto Jerome Windley, BS Business Administration. Catherine J. Windling, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education. Hannah Marie Wenzel, BS Political Science, magna cum laude. Benjamin Reese Werner, BS Social Work. Carson Theodore Werner, BS Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Alex West, BS Health Science, Physical Education, Teacher Education. J.P. West, BS Health Science. Jordan Jacob West, BS Kinesiology. Anna Gabrielle Wyand, BA International Studies, Political Science. Stephanie M. Whalen, BS in Nursing, summa cum laude. Tertia Maisha Wheatley, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Cassandra Lynn Wheeler, BS in Nursing. Michael Gordon Wheeler, BS Criminal Justice. Stephen Daniel Whalen, BS in Nursing. Ashley Doe Whipke, BS Sport Management. Alyssa R. White, BS Healthcare Administration, magna cum laude. Cheryl Ann White, BS Communications. Matthew James White, BS Journalism and Broadcasting. Leah M. Whiteman, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Kendall Joan Whitman, BS Kinesiology, Leah M. Whitman. Jasmine Nicole Whitney, BS African and African American Studies, Health Science. Alyssa Nicole Whitaker, BS Psychology. Cassandra Elizabeth Wicker, BS Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Philip James Wicks, BS Criminal Justice. Sydney White, BS Social Work. Kara Joanne Wilcox, BS in Nursing. Emily Louise Wilczewski, BS Accounting. Austin James Wild, BS Business Administration. Kaylin Rosaline Wilder, BS Art, magna cum laude. Christina E. Wildridge, BS Interdisciplinary Arts for Children, magna cum laude. Michael V. Wilk, BS Sport Management. Kyle Elmer Wilkes, BS Psychology. Ryan Thomas Wilkes, BS Computer Information Systems. Rebecca Caitlin Wilkinson, BS in Nursing, magna cum laude. Alexandra Lee Willett, BS Public Health Education. Allie Mulcahy Williams, BS Accounting. Alyssa Nicole Williams, BS Exercise Science, summa cum laude. Annie Williams, BS Public Health Education. Cleve Joseph Williams, BS African and African American Studies History. Elena Marie Andrea Williams, BS English. Matthew Parker Williams, BS Earth Science. Zachariah Tony Williams, BS Sport Management. Victoria German Williams Bowman, BS Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Abigail Flora Williamson, BS Criminal Justice Sociology, magna cum laude. Jake Williamson, BS Business Administration. Lacey Wilmot, BS Health Science. Bethany L. Wilson, BS Biology, magna cum laude. Bradley D. Wilson, BS Criminal Justice. Erica Elizabeth Wilson, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Seth Wilson, BS Physical Education, Teacher Education, summa cum laude. Tanner Winchester, BS Business Administration. LaShawna Tiffany Wingo, BS Health Science. Wyatt Tyler Wink, BS English. Samantha Ann Winsenreed, BS Business Administration, Marketing. Christy Lynn Wise, BS in Nursing. Jason Michael Witkowski, BS Business Administration. William Corey Witt-Zigman, B.S. Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Alexander Edward Wodarczyk, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Paul Yuri Wolanski, B.S. Sport Management. Claire Wolf, B.S. Psychology, cum laude. Richard P. Wolf, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting, cum laude. Evan Warren Wolfanger, B.S. Health Science. Claudia Wolf, B.S. Public Health Education. Corey E. Wolf, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Paige Ann Volney, B.A. International Studies. Caitlin Montague Grace Wong, B.S. Health Science. Jerry Wong, B.S. Political Science. Corinne Wood, B.S. Psychology. Mackenzie Elizabeth Wood, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Megan Christine Wood, B.S. Health Science, magna cum laude. Tyler Indiana Wood, B.S. Political Science. Kaylee D. Woodward, B.S. Health Science. Dana Brianne Booster, B.S.N. Nursing. Riley Thomas Workman, B.S. Sport Management, summa cum laude. Acme Sanchez Wright, B.S. Criminal Justice. Aiden Gabrielle Wright, B.S. Psychology. Crystal J. Wright, B.S.N. Nursing. Jana M. Wright, B.S. Kinesiology, magna cum laude. Megan Jean Wright, B.A. Sociology and Spanish, B.S. Women and Gender Studies, magna cum laude. Teresa Marie Wright, B.S. Business Administration. Lauren Nicole Rubleski, B.S. Communications. Ian Woostenfeld, B.S. Anthropology, cum laude. Sarah Ann Wydra, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Shanice Venus Pearl Wyman, B.S. Psychology. Disa Zaya Vong Song, B.S.N. Nursing. Ming Jin Xian, B.S. Business Administration. Jinting Xia, B.S. Journalism and Broadcasting. Eric Scott Yeager, B.S. Criminal Justice. Miho Yamada, B.A. International Studies, summa cum laude. Emmanuel Ya Amanfor Yaboa, B.S. Health Science. Christopher Yee, B.S. Environmental Science and Ecology. Michael David Yell, B.S. Communications. Jim Ray Tuche Yildiz, BFA Art. Emily Austri Euchre, B.S. Health Science. Cora Elizabeth Young, B.S. Public Health Education. Jordan David Young, B.S. Physical Education, Teacher Education. Justin Matthew Young, B.S. Political Science. Mike Young, B.S. Business Administration. Jessica Ka Yuma, B.S. Psychology.
To my first-year generation Americans, I just want to say keep striving, keep pushing. With every accomplishment we make, we're breaking barriers, and we can only succeed from here on out.
Justin Zambito, BSN Nursing, cum laude. Stephen Zambati, BA Art, cum laude. Gina Marie Zampatori, BS in Nursing, cum laude. Lainey Ziegler, BA Art. Leanne Marie Zarpentine, B.S. Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Crystal Brooke Zayak, B.S. Accounting, magna cum laude. Hannah Rose Vayner, B.S. Social Work, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Zielman, B.S. Criminal Justice. Revital Zafrani, B.S. Biology, summa cum laude. Angela Zimkova, B.S.N. Nursing. Alexandra Ziba, B.S.N. Nursing, cum laude. Lainey Ziegler, B.A. Art. Molly Eileen Zintek, B.S.N. Nursing, cum laude. Dakota Maria Zimmer, B.S. Psychology. Kevin Ryan Zimmer, B.S. Meteorology. Joseph Adam Zimmerman, B.S. Kinesiology. Mara Patrice Zimmerman, B.S. in Nursing, magna cum laude. Kelly Ann Zottel, B.S. in Nursing. Matthew Zorno, B.S. Criminal Justice, cum laude. Shauna Leanne Zarowski, B.S. Biology, cum laude. Shannon Brady Zitch, B.S. Health Science, cum laude. Olivia Pearl Zudel, B.S. Finance, magna cum laude.